we have more resources at our fingertips. As an average working class person in this country has more resources at their fingertips than any queen or king in history ever in anywhere in the world.
Looking.
Who's he looking at?
Huh?
Who's he looking at? Oh, this is shaky, bro.
You know what I'm saying? What going on?
What are you gonna?
You saying? It's cricking?
Damn, bro.
You telling me?
What?
Live show 11th of May coming soon.
Live show shut down.
So what you saying?
Active. Few things are active right now. Do you get what I'm saying?
What's active, bro?
I was watching Pound Sterling
Yeah.
on social media,
Yeah.
calling out Spray.
I seen that.
You see it?
Yeah.
All right then.
yeah.
What you reckon?
What do I reckon? Obviously, I seen Spray saying that he punch up everyone's in it. So obviously, I watch a bit of Winners Talk and I watch a bit of RTM. So
Yeah.
you get what I'm trying to say? I seen Pound Sterling's obviously taking the opportunity to get views and all them things there. And
Yeah. You see it there, so you know what I said? I'm watching it and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna take that one. I reckon I'm gonna take that fight. You know, I'm gonna take the fight. I'll fight him.
Sit down.
You know, I've been calling out people though. So
I know you said that you was fucking getting into the combat thing, innit?
Yeah, I want to get into it, man.
Or the fighting thing, innit?
Yeah, I want to fight, man.
Yeah.
I want to start fighting. So all I'm saying is, Pound Sterling's calling out people. I'm gonna put the hand. You know, like when you're in school.
Yeah.
I got this.
You know what it is, them man, they don't want to acknowledge man though.
Nah.
They don't want to act like man exists in that.
They don't want to shout man out though. They don't want to talk about man. They don't want to act like we ain't popping.
Yeah.
And we are. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna turn up.
So what do you reckon? Do you reckon they ignore it though?
We're in the back of their minds. No, did he?
Lava.
And they just want to keep it there, but they don't want. You get me? So let's see if they swerve us now.
Yeah, see if they
Yeah.
swerve it
See
still.
if you swerving us now. See if people want to swerve us now. They can't swerve us, bro.
I reckon that's a good shout though. Still, I reckon it's a good shout.
I've been calling, so you know, I'll get training. If that's what it is, I'll get training and we just make it happen. Put the bag on the table and let's make this happen.
Swear down. Winners talking, night sinners talking.
Sinners talking took over winners talking, bro. What you heard about? You get what I'm saying? Step up the levels and that, man. Why not?
Yeah, I hear it, bro. I hear it. Obviously, if man want to fight, bro, and there's big bread on the line and podcasting as well. Like everyone's doing this podcasting. Obviously, we're in the space, so it just makes sense in it. Like
we're in the money. We're one of the best.
There you go.
Acting like we're not, bro. We're one of the best.
But you know what it is though, man. Acting like we don't put in work though.
Put in work.
You get what I'm saying? So obviously, if we have to go down that road, then that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. This is what it is, and we're turning up. We just have to start turning up, bro. And I'm like I said, I'm in school. I was that kid. Why you put your hand up? Because I'm a winner. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. That's all. I didn't have the answers. I just knew I'm going to get through this and it. So we're going to do this and it. You get me? I don't have the answers, but I know one thing. Sinners talking in it. We're taking it over in it. You get what I'm saying?
Come on, bro.
Mad.
11th for me. Live show as well.
Live
don't forget,
show. That's
Young Spray headlining. You get what I'm saying? Don't forget, Sinners Vodka is on Amazon. It's also available on sinnersvodka.co.uk. You know what I'm saying? What else is going on, my boy?
You know, obviously other than the social media call-outs and the dramas, you get me? We're just patterning up, getting ready for this live show. Making sure it's going to be the best. It's going to be the best one. Do you get me? It's going to be the best one ever, man. We've got some crazy guests and surprise guests and things going on. Yeah. With me, I feel like, I'm taking over in my field. Do you get what I'm saying? I feel like it's just, things are just going crazy, bro.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We need everyone at the live show. So if you've been part of the show before, if you fuck with the Sinners, shout us, get down to the live show. You get what I'm saying? Let's make it an unforgettable night. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's make it.
Rich DMain has just called out Pound Sterling. Let's see if he accepts the offer or even responds then. Basically. You get me? But right now it's Sinners talking.
Yeah, Sinners talking. We're taking over. Levels to this, man. You get what I'm saying? Sinners podcast with the best. You get me? The fastest growing, baddest podcast. You know what
The
time?
world's most dangerous. You're lucky that he's even here. You don't even turn up these days. You know what I'm saying? You don't turn up regularly.
And this is the first one I've seen you since, like, probably the first time I was on here. Are we real?
Huh?
No, this is the second time as well.
When you come with your man?
This was my man.
That wasn't your man?
No, that's my friend.
Oh, that was your man?
No,
Oh, James.
that's not my man.
Nervous, you know.
Yeah.
Let's see if you drink, man. Yeah.
You're holding
You are? You want to get on the mic? Let's have it out.
Yeah, well, it's just
But my man's fucked up your thing, bud.
La.
He's fucked up TS's things.
What you say?
Nah. You've got a man. How embarrassing. We got a man here in a shirt and you're not talking about this.
What do you mean we got a fucking woman smoking weed?
Yo,
What?
these are thinking, yo, what kind of councillor station? You got a flipping dwarf.
I do live on a council estate. I just said the title.
Yo, what kind of madness have I walked into?
Mate, I live on the poorest council estate in the UK.
And
I
you,
live on the poorest council estate in the UK.
and you own every house on the street.
I wish.
That's dope.
Can we start now, please?
Yes. Welcome to Sinners Podcast. Just before we start the show, can everybody in the room turn their phones on silent? And guests, when you're speaking, can you speak directly into the mic so that we can get the best sound possible for the podcast?
yes.
No, that's
Wrong
not
button.
right. Wrong button, bro.
Oh, it's another one of them episodes, guys, where fucking little Jay's in charge.
I don't know what.
Anyway, you high?
Nah, I'm not, you know. I've had a busy day, you know. I've been smoking.
Secondhand smoke.
Huh? Literally.
You haven't smoked none?
And the inks will blow into your mouth.
This
If you
afternoon,
want.
but not this evening.
So you've smoked them?
Yeah, this afternoon's different, isn't it? Like,
It's
you know how long
definitely-
that shit lasts for, bro? Like, literally.
With you, bro. You have
Yeah.
one sip of drink and one...
Yeah, the drink's different, bro. Like, that sends me mad. But the weed, yeah.
All right,
I
okay.
can hold that.
Keep up with the show now.
You get me? So, all right, then. You already know. Man like myself, Sinner Little J, a.k.a. Little Ray. Yeah? The world's most dangerous blood
But why are you
clot.
looking at me, blood?
But you're my friend, innit? Like, you give me you give me
Into the
courage.
camera, bro.
You give me courage, fam. I need you, fam. Yeah. The world's most dangerous podcast. Yeah. You already know. My boy alongside my host.
Sinner Speed.
Yeah. All right, then. Got the barman in the place and that.
Big up Lex.
I'm doing this right, innit?
You're doing all right.
I'm doing it all right, innit? Yeah, man. Yo.
Don't forget to like, comment, share. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Yeah. And our drink is on Amazon, as we keep telling you.
Yeah.
So
that.
make sure you purchase that.
You know what it is? You got to push people to buy that, on Amazon. There's people that are watching now, and they're taking it for a joke. But if they were sipping on the Sinners vodka whilst watching this, the experience would be even more heightened than basically. So just let the people them know. Go on Amazon now, type in Sinners vodka, and get yourself a strawberry and lime. Yeah?
Strawberry and lime.
And you lot got to do that when you go home as well.
Yeah.
Yeah?
How much can I get that for on Amazon?
Bro, what are we doing?
I just want to get every detail out there, innit? Some people are watching their monies right now, fam. How much can we get it for?
Quick Amazon search.
Brother.
Huh?
Brother.
Just tell him, Speedy.
Just tell.
Yes. How much is it on Amazon? I think it's $34.99 on Amazon.
$34.99, yeah.
$34.99.
Price of a 3.5 there, yeah. That's good.
Okay.
You get me? That's why I'm looking at it.
3.5 of what, mate? You sucking cocky, mate.
Wow. Wow.
Why did you just have that thought in your head, fam?
Oh my god.
What man couldn't be blowing a balloon or if you just had that thought?
Blow whatever you want to blow.
Nah, bro, none.
Mental.
Can we just get on with the show, please?
Yeah, move on quickly.
Because it's going a bit wild now. So we should,
Oh yeah, and the live show. We can't forget the live show. 11th of May.
11th of May.
Yeah, we've just released some content. So we got Young Spray headline.
Young Spray.
You know what I'm saying? Did anyone see the do you see the video of Ray yeah, when we had a Young Spray in the content building and you doing your little wiggle? Did you see he's dancing?
Nah, I didn't
You
even
know
see
what?
it,
Nah,
yeah.
literally, yeah. I didn't see my man reach in the room, innit? Obviously, I was doing my little thing and for TikTok.
So he reached in the room
And I
to
could
your
just
little
hit-
thing and that.
Nah, fam, we're not using the words come in the room. So when I'm saying reaching, don't try and search, yeah? Reaching.
Be careful with your words.
And all, yeah, that's why man don't say, you get me? We don't say them words anymore. We say reaching, innit?
Oh,
Or
okay.
touchdown.
Man
Touchdown, yeah?
touched you down.
You getting yourself into beer trouble, you know, Ray.
Can't say nothing these days.
I know,
man.
you gotta watch the bar, man.
Can't
You
say
know.
nothing,
Trust
innit?
Can't
me,
say
dangerous.
nothing no more.
But the 11th of May is the live show. It's gonna be a mad thing. The tickets are raw selling out fast now.
Real fast.
As soon as we mention Spray on the bill, bam, 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 bam. You know what's even happened? Like we've set to have a set amount of tickets released for £10, and it just went so fast. We've had to just do it again, and guess what? We've kept the price at £10. You get what I'm saying? I don't think we can do it again. You get what I'm saying? So get your tickets fast because they're going up to £15.
Oh, shit.
You get me? All right then.
So you need to get them now then, really.
Yeah. You need to get one for your girl.
Yeah, I might do. I might do.
Look at his face. Look, he's got all
Do
shy.
you reckon if your girl was there, we'd have the same kind of show?
Hey, quick bit of context. His girl's on to him about the show. He gets dumped every week. Don't worry, Roy.
I don't get dumped. I get myself into predicaments. You get me? Like when I'm on the show and I behave now, innit? But before I was a bit like,
What do you mean? He's behaved all the time. What are you talking about?
nah, man. Like obviously she finds things, man. You know what the women are like? They find things.
Like when you was beating the thing after the show and that.
What thing?
Right.
This guy, you know.
Oh
fam.
shit! Oh, sorry, we weren't supposed to say that on.
This guy wants to
Cut
see
that
me
bit out.
single.
He
and
wasn't beating no one.
You shouldn't have told him that.
Oh, that's.
And you know what? She's mad. Like, she'll probably believe. Yeah, like that when you was late that time. You know when Beaver and all them come at 2 a.m. I said, "Babe, seriously, it was a late show, man." But yeah, bit of a late one, but
At least she knows this week he could only have mashed 2 different people because one's there and one's here.
oh my god,
I need-
you gonna have that?
You know he wasn't allowed to come last week, innit?
You
No.
know?
You?
Who? Of course, he was allowed to come.
No, you wasn't.
Yeah, I was.
No.
I was allowed to reach. I was. I had shit on. I was doing something. I showed you what I was doing.
I had shit on lava.
No, I had stuff on in it.
Eh?
I had
What,
stuff
like dress up?
Oh,
on. He's a dickhead.
You saying you had stuff on?
Hey, let's move on, man. Come on.
I literally did.
Introduce some guests.
Right, let's get to the guests. Let's get to you first. I'm sure I've seen you before anyway.
We got Missink's back in the building.
yeah, this is my fourth time here, I think. Yeah.
You on the pen game, innit?
Yeah.
Missink's has hosted everything.
Yeah.
Now she's Cancer Culture's host.
Co-host.
Co-host.
Yeah. So yeah, I do a bit like podcast, rapping.
Cancer Culture have took Missink's. They've took Keys.
What's key?
Keys.
Wait there. Key's gone.
Key's gone, bro.
Is this why I can't see Key?
That's why you asked someone for a flyer.
Huh?
Is this why you asked for someone to do a flyer?
Yeah, because where's Key gone? He's just dissed us. He's just
I
gone.
love Key.
Yeah.
Okay, sick.
What about the sports show?
Huh?
What about the sports show?
I don't know. Lex, what's going on with Key, bro? Where's Key? You know Key, innit?
What? Who's it?
Key didn't miss
Key's
you.
the Canadian guy on the sports show.
I don't think I've met him before.
Has he met Key?
He probably did the first time, but
Okay.
he was in the background then.
Yeah, Key was like doing behind the scenes stuff. But
Because I met him here first.
yeah, I don't know. He's gone A1. He's gone A1.
Babysitting.
Babysitting.
He's on Cancer Culture, bro. He's in the back of the. You can hear him on the mic in the background.
They got a baby with him at Cancer Culture.
I had no comment in it.
Oh, she knows her.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no.
trust me.
No, he
Wow.
asked about a baby. I was just joking. Nah, he does the cameras. Cameras or
I
something.
said you have a baby with him.
Yeah, and that's why I said no comment. I was joking. Obviously, he doesn't have the baby with him on the show.
Just as the cameras that count.
Yeah.
Cancer Culture. Okay. Mad.
Okay.
Yeah.
He must be getting paid.
That hit me slow.
Lex is funny.
Hey, Lex can't believe it, you know. Lex is thinking I'm gonna have to put in more work on the sports show. Yo, Keys missing. Yo, anyways, big up Keys, not on the table. What you saying, Missink? How you been?
Yeah, I've been good.
Big pen game battles and all that.
Yeah, I just had another battle draft with Grams that went well. So yeah, just doing
Okay.
it. Got some new music videos coming soon. So yeah, watch
Who
out
won
on
that
my
one?
YouTube. Me still.
Did
He,
you?
he didn't even get his third round out, so he choked.
Wait, they didn't. The what's her name? Prinley. She didn't get her third round out.
No,
either,
she
did
didn't. Yeah, no, she didn't either.
This what you doing to
She
people
walked
that
out.
can't get their third rounds out? Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, innit?
Oh.
You know, Prinley's been meaning to come up here to dish ya, like for time.
Yeah.
She like
welcome
messaged.
her.
She's messaged me for a few weeks. Like, I'm
Has
coming
she?
up there.
I'm not surprised.
I want to do a one-on-one.
We're getting her on or what?
Huh?
Are we gonna get her on or what?
Yeah, come
Did
on,
she
bro.
put, did she
Promote the
come
beef,
on
bro.
before Miss Inkz come on? Did she come on before
Yeah.
Miss Inkz come on, innit?
Yeah, she came on
Yeah,
before
yeah,
you,
yeah.
innit? Did she? Well, not all
I don't know
together.
if it. I don't know. I know that she's been on. I don't know when it was.
No.
It was when
not
she's
before, Miss Inkz.
battling before.
But
Okay.
these two are is it like on-site smoke?
It's just like it's almost one-sided beef. Like she's just I don't speak to her. I don't speak about her. And even as far as last week, she's still at me on her story. It's like it's just weird. You know what I'm saying?
You two are like polar opposites.
It's so
One's
like
black,
it's,
one's white, one's fat, one's skinny, one's.
Oh man,
it's just weird. Like I don't engage in low vibrational behavior like that in it. Like for me, business is business. If like you got personal shit, cool. But yeah, it's just she's just doing up embarrassing stuff. I don't even respond anymore because
So
like what like
what if she offered you out a fight? What you saying?
me? What if we was fighting on site?
Would you swing it? Would you swing it?
100%.
Yeah, I reckon
What do you
she's
mean?
swinging.
Put it in the boxing ring.
I said to her, if you ever hit my weight category, because I'd rather off myself and get to yours, then we can step in. We can step in the ring. I'll do it.
Mind
The
games.
misfit boxing.
I actually want to do that next.
Is it?
So that's my next task after I'm done with all this. I want to do.
Misfits.
Yeah, I want to do a boxing fight still.
Prinley with Prinley.
If she hits my weight category, yeah.
Can't you just like meet each other halfway?
Meet each other
Me
halfway.
too. Nah, even that's too much.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else to update us on?
Anything new?
Your day in the life of Miss Inkz stuff.
Nah, I'm vlogging all the time. I'm gonna be on YouTube more. I've got music videos dropping. I got new music coming. So yeah, I'm just doing up all my own stuff at the moment.
Which one would you mash?
What?
You heard?
Who? These guys.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't answer these type of questions.
This guy, yo.
Go.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Who would
Sorry.
you mash?
Respect.
Come on, it's part of the show.
I know it's part of the shit. Yeah, but you don't get an answer.
Come on.
Alright, just point to one. Then.
Allegedly,
Because on
which one would
cancel
you?
culture, you
Allegedly.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. You clearly haven't watched me on a pod then.
Just point to the one that you would.
Yeah.
Me.
No, come on.
Who are you asking out of? Mate,
YouTube,
I'm
you
a middle-aged Indian man with a pot belly and fucking health issues. How come you asking questions like that for?
That could be a type.
It's Twyla's type. Sorry.
You want to do awkward silence for 10 minutes before you move on? Or do you just want to move on?
Come on, miss. I'm sure you've answered before though.
I've not answered.
Have we asked you?
Yeah, I was pretty sure my first one, wasn't it?
And you didn't answer.
Yeah, because I don't answer.
I'm almost positive.
Same as when you asked me my body count, I won't answer. Same as when you asked me what sexual questions, I
Not
don't
ask
answer.
them
Yeah,
questions.
you did when on my first time I come on the show.
We don't remember that.
Who asked you
Me,
that question?
not me. I didn't ask nobody. Count.
Not you.
Must have been Lex.
It was
Yeah, it was Lex.
or it was.
We don't care about
Or it
body
was
counts.
who we were on the podcast with. But yeah, that question did get answered because I remember answering it.
You answered it.
No, I remember saying why I'm not.
She's on about cancel culture. She's getting
not-
confused.
All right, okay.
Yeah, it was cancel culture.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
cancel
yeah,
culture
yeah,
question.
Yeah.
It's a cancel culture question.
That's what it is. Yeah, she's confused.
Stop, don't go no further. Subscribe to the channel now. Press the like button and leave a comment. I don't know why you lot are just watching the videos. You're having beer laughter, beer banter, and you're not leaving a comment. Leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget as well, Sinners Vodka available from www.sinnersvodka.co.uk.
This is why you
Right.
shouldn't be swapping and changing between two different podcasts.
Why asking me back then?
Huh?
Why asking me back?
Well, you know,
Well, you know.
I don't know. I didn't call you back.
This is where you're supposed to be.
Then,
You know what I'm saying?
what's on my co-hosting here next? Or
Oh.
if that's what
Promotion.
you're trying to say, then that's what I'm saying.
Oh, she's trying it,
Promotion.
man.
She's trying to get the seat.
Mate. Well, Rich ain't here, so.
I did co-host on here before. No, I did.
Yeah, you have.
Remember,
you
I
have,
did-
you have,
I did
yeah,
say
she
it.
did her thing. So which one do you mash?
Oh my god, sing a different song, man. Come on.
All right, which one would you toss off?
Oh my god.
That's just gross, man. No.
You know that's a snippet thing, though.
My
Isn't it?
dad watches me on this stuff. I don't.
That's a snippet thing, bro. Man, when we younger, this is say younger days. Yeah, that's what man would say. Yo, did you mash? Nah, I tossed off though. That's definitely a snippet thing. I don't think, man. I don't want to ask them questions.
My mom calls people a tosser, and I don't like hear that word very much, but she'll use it as like a
Your mum's
fucking
what?
tosser. Like my mum will say that.
I'm gonna
Fucking
leave,
tosser.
gonna leave that alone.
It's
Just
tosser.
your mum.
Fucking toss pot.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Oh, thank you.
Do some talking.
I'm just listening to you, mate. You're doing a lot of it right now.
Go on, let's go to the next guest.
Yeah, we'll go to you.
Yeah.
What's your
Kiks.
name? Where you from? Or what do you do?
Yeah, I'm Kiks. Obviously, I've been on the sports. This is real different. I give you that. Got a podcast with Prab, co-host there.
So you're a co-host
Well,
and you're a host.
we're both the co.
You're both the
Half,
host.
50-50. 50-50.
So who's the host?
We're both hosts.
Hey.
50-50.
Hey.
To you, to me, to me.
That's right. Just like that, yeah.
Lava.
I knew he was gonna say that.
It's like the Chuckle Brothers on the podcast. Yeah.
Hey.
Nah, yeah, obviously.
So you don't have no leader, basically. Like Speedy's our leader, and it's Speedy.
Oh, shut the. No, man. I'm not even a host, bro. I'm not even supposed to be on. I'm a co-host right now, and this guy's not talking.
Basically, what Speedy says goes. So who's in charge? Out of you two?
It's 50-50, man.
Is it?
Yeah, in life, you got to know your roles, do you know what I mean?
This is why we listen to Speedy.
There you go.
50-50, split the bills, yeah.
Where, yeah. Yeah.
When you go on a
100%.
date.
Huh? Nah, we pay when we're on dates. We pay when we're on dates.
Oh, like he
100%.
pays once and then you pay the next time.
No.
What's your view on that, on men paying on dates all the time?
What? Men paying?
Yeah.
I'll let the girl pay. Fuck that.
You would?
Yeah.
If she was like, I'll pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First date or
I
with
don't-
someone?
I don't care.
Just any time you can get her to pay.
Listen, I don't care. If you're paying, I'm keeping my money in my pocket. Yeah? And if you don't like me for it, in a bit, mate.
You shouldn't have offered.
Yeah, man.
No, I hear that.
Yeah.
White offer. White offer.
You know what it is when it comes to those things. Should the guy pay first? Who gives it? Who cares? Like, you know what it is? It probably shows more personality if you just navigate that any way you want.
What,
You know
like,
I mean?
naturally?
Yeah, just naturally. It's just like there's no set way that for me personally. You know what I'm saying? What about
Yeah, but
you?
that's how
Ray?
it should be. though.
I think like when you start off in a relationship, I don't know if it's more of a show off thing or presenting, but I've always like paid to start off with. But as she's been my long term bird now, we split the bill and like it's only probably her birthday and stuff like that. She gets a free meal, like that. But apart from that, yeah, and I don't even need to ask her. She just knows what to do. Like, you getting it today or we split?
Yeah.
And you don't even feel embarrassed, like, because we've been together for long now, so it's just normal to be like that with her.
What about you?
Yeah, like, I'll pay. Like, I'm happy to pay. But if she's willing to pay for me, then that's cool as well.
As in first date or your girlfriend?
First date, who asked who out? If she asked me out, I'm not paying. But if I asked her out, and it's a first date, I'm not really paying that much anyway. So I'd rather go for a walk or something and talk. Let's see if you pass that bit first.
See if you're worth the
I don't,
money. Yeah.
I don't spend no money if it's not worth it. So, but no need no more. So I'm blessed now. So, but yeah.
Are you still single, Miss Inkz?
Yeah, I'm still single.
So what's going on in your dating scene?
My dating scene.
Are you paying?
What if I was? I agree with you. Like in the long term thing, like you're definitely happy to like treat you like women like treating their man as well. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's a definitely like a shifted dynamic. But I do think like if you're trying to pursue a woman, I mean, if the woman offers and you take it, like, all right, I wouldn't offer in it. Like, so.
You're not gonna offer.
No, if it was like the first couple of dates, I wouldn't offer. I just want to like
See what he's on.
But that's
Yeah.
a test. Are you testing him?
This actually, like, one of my favorite stories. So I went on a date with a guy, and I went to the toilet and I came back and he's like, "Oh, should we do a run?" It was in Miller and Carter.
Oh my.
And he's like,
you have to
listen.
run,
He's like,
for real.
should we do a runner? And I was thinking, he doesn't actually think that I'll do it. So I was like, yeah, go on then. And he's like, shall we? And I just picked up my stuff and like started dashing out the door. And he starts running after me. And then like, I turn around and I lock eyes with the waiter. And then I've got a conscience in it. So now I feel guilty. So like, I look at the guy and he's gone, yeah. So I walk up to the waiter and I was like, yo, I'm really sorry. And it passed you the bill. And he's like, it's all right, you can go. I was like, what? He's like, sorry, you can go.
No
so then
way.
I go running back to the guy. I'm running around the car, I find him and he's creasing. And I was like, yo, he said we could go. And he's like, yeah, I paid when you went to the toilet. But that was like, I'll remember that for the rest of my life. Like, it was so funny.
You got so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And you did it as well.
Oh, your
And you-
Portuguese was a waste, man.
No, because the waiter was in it. The waiter was like, hey, you can get like,
Yeah,
he
that-
told the waiter to be in on it as well. Like,
That was a vibe check. You got a vibe check.
yeah,
Still.
100.
Did he get a second date?
Yeah. He ended up being my boyfriend for a long
that's
time.
it.
Yeah,
I
I
knew
fell
that
in love
would
with
get
him.
I
the
Yeah.
smashed that night, didn't he? That was a good show.
But,
Innit?
nah, I love that guy. Yeah,
Huh?
I loved that guy.
Oh, so
Like we
you
ended
did.
up in a relationship. Yeah,
So you did that night though.
but yeah, it wasn't like a first date.
So you'd already smashed already.
Yeah, we was just like on a date.
So
Oh, okay.
so that weren't the first time smashing.
What? No, that night, no.
That
Oh.
date wasn't
No.
the first date.
No, that was just a date.
Okay.
That was just a date. That
So you'd
we went
already
on.
beat already.
Why do you always have to do it like so vulgar? Like we was like seeing each other, and then
You was already having sexual intercourse.
we was like seeing each other, and then we ended up.
So how did it finish?
Seriously. How did it finish? He
Inside her.
who keeps like you just like so jarring, man. Like, how did it finish? He one bit of like a culture clash. He's Muslim. I'm not Muslim.
Hey.
So yeah.
I'm not Muslim either.
Oh.
Everyone always does that, you
He's just
know.
racist, isn't it?
Do you know how many
Man,
people
just
do
see that
that?
See that Asian man as soon as he's Muslim.
No, but obviously, which one would you?
All right,
No.
listen. Everyone does that, yeah? And I'm the Muslim out of us two,
Say that. Oh.
yeah?
Oh, see.
And everyone does that. So every time we talk about like Islam or anything, everyone's like, oh yeah, or whatever we talk about. Oh, you're a Muslim this, you're a Muslim that. He's not even Muslim.
Innit?
He
Why
eats
did I
pork.
even do that?
He said.
He says he eats pork.
Huh?
He said.
He eat pork.
Yeah, do you eat pork?
No, I
no.
don't.
Oh, yeah,
You eat pork?
No.
Come on, bro, man. What are you doing that, man?
Why am I not eating pork?
No, you eating pork?
No, why am I
Carry on.
Oh yeah, so it's just kind of like differences like that, and then he was from London, but he was living in my area, and then he got like a promotion in his job that was back in London, so like he moved back down, and it just kind of made sense
Okay.
to end it there because we were
After-
already in that.
After it ended, did it end or did it?
No, yeah, it ended.
Okay.
Yeah, ended.
All right then. So back to Kiks.
So we haven't even introduced you and what's your name? Sorry.
Oh, me.
No, well, are you finished or is it like a?
What else was you asking?
So you do a podcast together.
Yeah.
Well,
And then
What do you do? Anything else?
yeah, I'm working obviously, but I do a bit of modeling, acting, all of that
Okay.
stuff as well.
How do you get into the modeling thing?
My brethren actually introduced me to like some extras thing. So like you start I jumped on like some background extras site, started doing that, and then you just get a bit of a feel for it, a bit of taste for it, and then it's like you start getting featured and all of that, and then you kind of just like
What's that, like a male escorting site?
nah. Aye. Listen.
All the smoke.
What show was you on?
Them opportunities come up still, but I'm not on that, man.
You was on
They're
a show,
coming in
wasn't
with
you?
it.
What opportunities?
Like bookie ones.
Yeah.
But hey, some people take them, and obviously for
Can you
women,
explain what that means, booking?
Innit?
like
Sounds
videos,
like a gangbang and that.
content, yeah, content,
Gangbang.
bruv, all of it.
So man mashing you.
What?
Whoa, right.
We're just
Whoa,
weird
whoa.
stuff in such a
you mean?
disgusting
Whoa,
way.
Listen,
What do you mean, gangbang?
bro. You say the maddest things. I can't lie. I don't even know where you think of these.
We
things.
apologize for the barman. We used to apologize for him, you know. I don't know where the culture's gone.
It's normal, man.
So you know when them weird requests come in, yeah?
Yeah,
How are
yeah.
they actually worded?
It depends, bro. But like, some people just say it straight, like they don't care, because obviously some people accept them, innit? So
What you mean, like from women?
from men, women,
Oh.
couples, the whole shebang.
Swear down.
Yeah, but obviously keep it clean, man. I'm not really on all of that funny business.
So wait.
So
there.
even like what's it called? Like a love interest, you know, like a music video. You got a little model.
Yeah.
I'm not even on that. I'm not even really on that.
Oh, like
Even being a girl's man in a music video and hugging her. I'm not even really on that, man.
so what you do, just clothes modeling.
Yeah, let's keep it. Yeah, I'm not
Straight
even.
catalogue
Fashion.
boy.
Yeah, I wish.
Mankini
But
stuff.
trying. But yeah.
You wear mankinis and that, or just
That's
like
a bit
straight.
mad.
What's that?
You don't know what a mankini is?
It's like that
It's a
thing when
bikini
it's
for
like
man.
up your ass. Yeah.
It's a bikini
What's it,
for a
Borat,
man.
innit? You know Borat?
It goes like over the
Borat.
shoulders. And it's like,
Oh, you know why Speed is funny, car? Out of everybody here, Speed.
Oh, what, Speedos? Is your Speedo, man?
He's wore one.
Is your Speedo, man?
Yeah, he's wore one still. He's wore one.
Has he won one?
I don't know.
Don't worry,
You wore a mankini, innit?
No, it's all right. The viewers, if you watch regularly, you'll know what Joe. You gotta say we ain't getting back into that one again. But yeah, we finished with you because you get the same. You're doing too much.
It's touchy subject.
So we'll go over to you.
So you wearing speedos then?
I ain't got the body for speedos.
Nah, man, how are you asking him what underwear do you wear? That's gay. Why push the button? A man's got, yo, so what underwear do you wear? Dodgy geezer, you know.
and you're not.
Nah, but I don't ask man.
Bro, you was asking if I let man do stuff with me, bro.
Yeah, but obviously that was your job, innit? So I was just asking what kind of stuff
And he
happened.
was asking in an ASMR tone.
Was you asking for a friend or something?
Yeah, Twilight. She's here.
But you was asking about a man then.
Yeah, Twilight wanted me to ask, so I don't mind asking any question for anyone. If it looks like I've asked it, then I don't
Anyways,
care. It was for Twilight.
introduce yourself.
Prab won half of the Noble Savage podcast with Kiks.
Prab.
Yeah. Originally from London, living up north now.
Oh, you live up here?
In the middle. No, mate, not even here.
North.
Another 2-3 hours
Oh,
from
so
here.
down. Leeds.
Blackpool.
Swear, far that is.
Yeah.
Why Blackpool though, man?
I've got work up there, business up there.
Yeah.
And he thought black people lived up there.
No, Blackpool. Blackpool is not actually named.
Just call it Blackpool,
Do
black
people
people.
even still go there to go to the beach?
Not
Yeah,
really.
loads.
Yeah.
You
In
think?
the summer,
Oh,
yeah.
summer, yeah.
What about the illuminations, the lights, man? I
Yeah,
remember we used
everyone
to go
goes
there
there
as
for
a
that.
kid.
The thing is, it's a cheap holiday place.
Yeah.
So you'll get like no one from really London will go up there, but you got to imagine if you live in some godforsaken middle of nowhere town up north, where are you gonna go for a cheap holiday? Do you know what I mean? So they'll come down. Like you can get hotel rooms for like 15 quid a night and stuff like that. You don't know what you're gonna walk out of there with, but you know you get that up there. But it's cheap. It's known for like cheap drunk holidays.
It's stag do's and all
Stag
that.
do's,
Yeah,
head
yeah.
nights,
Yeah.
or cheap family ones as well. But like half-term breaks.
And for those people who like to go to Paris and the Eiffel Tower, take a picture next to the Blackpool Tower, tag fucking Paris.
Or conch spot. You know?
Yeah, 100%.
What's that?
100%.
Conch.
The end, the
Drugs.
Yeah.
Or tea.
I'm a middle-aged Indian man. I don't.
Lines.
I'm just come to add some spice to it. So you. It's come to add some spice, like some middle-aged Indian man spice to this.
Don't think spice goes too well up there.
Yeah.
More the light in the dark.
Yeah.
Spice is too.
No, you do get some boys up in London going OC up there for real.
Yeah. So
They do
down.
go there.
Yeah.
You do see them up there, but there's no black people really, no Indian people really,
Nah.
really. There's a few.
If they still got that ride up there, the Pepsi Max.
I don't know.
You like riding that one, Speedy?
How are you gonna ask him
my
what he likes
days.
riding, bro?
Because
what
you
I'm
said
saying,
you're saying
I'm telling
you're
you,
saying
my man
he's-
is moving
You're
mad.
saying, do they still have that ride? So obviously it's brought back memories. You must have liked riding it back in the day, innit?
Yo, Prav, I apologize, man. You came with your shirt on and everything. You thought this was gonna be all formal and everything. And you got a man talking about riding. What the hell?
Mankinis.
Any, what's going on, man? And you got a woman here smoking up beer weed.
She's just high.
Yeah.
Every time she
Beer-
comes, she's just high.
beer fluffiness going on.
Scandalous.
You get what I'm saying? So it goes sometimes. So anyways, Prav, what else do you do then? I seen you talking beer business talk earlier with Tuffy. By the way, clear skin. You want to get your skin clear? Yeah? Holla Tuffy. Oh.
Oh, he's gone already.
Look at this. I've done that. Tuffy. Clear skin. Yeah? Mrs. Happy now? Yeah? Yeah. Nah, but she's done bad boy stuff though. Clear skin. Missink, she's going to go there anyway, innit?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Make sure.
I was doing up 33.
We want to see. Make sure we see. If we don't see the vlog, then
Yeah.
you ain't allowed back at Cancer Culture.
It's
But carry on, Prav.
What apart from what other
business,
social
yeah.
media stuff or what else do I do?
Both. We want to know how to make peas.
Don't ask me, mate.
Oh, don't
Wanna flip that?
See, look. This is what the Indian man do. Though. Keep all the secrets.
No, there's no secrets. Listen, 100-hour weeks.
Yeah.
That's the secret.
Graft.
There is no. Someone asked me the other day. Like, I don't own stuff. I manage stuff up there.
Okay.
So we're up there regenerating like poor council estates, taking over all the parades of shops, derelict ones, and building restaurants and places and
Also
people
now?
from there. So I had someone come the other day, 3 guys, average working guys, say, "Oh, you got too much," because they think I own it all. Like I'd be there 100 hours a week if I fucking owned it all. Do you know what I mean? And then they were like, "What's the secret?" I said, "100-hour weeks." There is no secret.
So do you think it's a good place to go and set up shop? Is there enough money up there to
Depends what you're setting up shop with.
Yeah.
Depends what you're setting up shop with. Look, if you want people, there's certain industries that are recession proof. People are always going to need food.
Yeah.
People are always going to need somewhere to live.
Yeah.
People are always going to need to transport stuff from one place to the other. That's why, like lorry driving, I used to sell lorry driving courses.
Okay.
Lorry driving is recession proof. People are always going to need stuff sent from one place to another. No
Yeah,
matter
but
what's happening.
People are always going to need food, but food
People are always gonna need
is
food.
hard. Is a hard one.
Supermarkets
food.
not hard. Everyone goes to the supermarkets. You're going to need supplies. You're going to need milk and bread.
Yeah, but I don't know. I can't open up a supermarket. I don't know about that.
You know what? Why do you think?
Captain
Do you know what it
Condi.
is? When you listen to all these, I don't have one, but when you see all these like Asian guys doing it, why do you think they've always got news agents and off licenses? People don't want to walk.
Asian.
People don't want to walk.
They give them the pattern.
Yeah, people don't want to walk to the supermarket.
Yeah.
You just want to go and grab a pint of milk.
You need to show
Just
some
your little
pattern.
centuries, innit?
Yeah, like a little one in an
Yeah.
estate. You have like a little off license. in an
That's
estate.
all I do. I never go to a supermarket. Just go to the local corner shop.
Come on, bro.
Grab
Of
what
course
I
you
need.
don't go supermarket. You're gonna get lost.
You might do once a week in a big
Yeah.
shop in a supermarket. Most places like that. You're just supplying a demand, or you're creating a demand. Some people don't know what they need until you tell them what they need.
True.
Yeah,
People
yeah,
need
it's
to be
true,
led.
It's true, it's true.
Well, no business. Business is more about. It's not about customer service. I don't believe in customer service. I believe in customer management. You have to tell customers what they want. You tell them enough. Look, Kiks. Kiks does trainers, and that's what he was known for. That's where he gets his name from trainers. We talk about it all the time. We have great trainers all the time wearing nice sneakers and whatever, but people will buy what they are told to buy. They will like what they're told to buy. You're going to buy your Jordan 1s, Jordan 4s, and that's about it. But there's loads of other things. You have to tell people what they want.
I hear that. I hear that.
People need to be led.
Skippers.
I feel like I'd pick up on that, like if a salesperson is trying to tell me that, and it would automatically make me rebel.
Yeah, no, it's not salespeople. It's more the
depends how they
culture. It's more
approach
the culture generally.
Yeah.
Like, we are told what to like.
Follow,
We are
you
told-
follow
Oh, yeah,
fashion,
okay.
follow
I see what
it.
you're saying.
annoying,
Yeah,
though,
yeah, yeah.
Not the salesperson is different, but like the economy gets driven by us being led and told
No,
who's
yeah,
good,
yeah, I
who
understand what
to
you're saying
like,
now.
who not to like, who's evil in the world, who's not evil in the world. Right? We get told.
Yeah, it makes sense.
The same people that were great and our allies a minute ago, as soon as they stop doing what we want them to do, suddenly they're horrible and
Enemies.
they're terrorists. They need to be taken down. They're dangerous, and we just go, okay.
Yeah, it's true. Or the media, everything's persuaded you in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, exactly that.
And it's getting worse because now you got AI. Soon AI is going to be manipulating everyone's
Yeah.
brain with their, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I can't tell. Sometimes when you see someone talking, I don't know it's AI.
yeah.
Like they've got it down so good now. If you don't really watch it, You can get a celebrity talking, and it's like it's not actually them.
Exactly.
It's dangerous.
I've seen some videos where people are like making a mockery of their friends and that. Like, got like you seen the Fives Cartel one? They made a video of Fives Cartel and it with the AI and that, and they're just disrespecting him in it, man. Like taking the piss, like
They're making him do stuff and that.
Yeah, getting him shot and all of that. And then I see ones where man's kissing man on the forehead but they're showing it to the people. They're showing it to the people who's in the video.
We don't all smoke weed. All right. These are your weed smoking videos.
Nah, fam.
That
I swear.
entertaining you.
I swear.
When you're high, we're at a table.
Mad AI videos.
So what is your podcast actually about?
That's a proper question. You see, that's what you're supposed to ask.
Do you want to ask it now?
Yeah,
I'll listen to you.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Go on, you
ask
ask
it.
me, and I'll pretend like.
So what is your podcast about?
Oh, it's a lovely question. What we do, it was hard for us to describe it at first because we were just two guys talking. Because we used to talk for
literally.
hours and hours,
About everything.
Yeah, and then we thought let's start recording it, and I think eventually what it's become is probably just us holding everyone accountable. Do you know what I mean? And us talking about social issues. It's not a joke one.
We highlight things that like thoughts that people think. How kind of society sees things as well. And it's mad because we get some mad haters sometimes. Like sometimes I'm just reading stats and people are moving mad. Like
That's what. Welcome to the podcast world.
Yeah, without even watching the clip.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because
Like-
they haven't watched it because they've assumed you said something. Like there was a clip where the
England
thumbnail was me, and it was like, "Is the England flag racist?"
But we're asking a question.
Yeah, but you see someone that looks like me,
Straight away.
and then they go, "Is he going to say it is or it isn't?" You've already assumed that I'm going to say it is.
Yeah.
I was getting told to go back to the desert.
Already
Do you know what I
triggered.
mean? Like already. And then if they watched it, I said, no, it's not. What we were actually saying was, no, it's not. In itself, no, it's not. Didn't make a difference.
I find the comments jokes though, man.
Yeah.
Do you like go through the comments, like
Yeah,
specifically be like, I want to look through the comments?
Bro, I look through a lot of you look through probably more than me, but when I look, I'm in stitches, man.
I do it more because we're starting, so it's for engagement to get to the replying it. I don't like. I'm a bit old school in it. Like I don't like arguing with people, and I don't argue with people. But I just think if you're two idiots arguing on, like, you just look like two idiots from a distance. They can't tell one person's rational and the other person's being an idiot. So from a distance, you just look like two idiots arguing.
Two fools.
Yeah. So I tend to not, but I just tend to, if someone makes a comment, I'll just say, "Could you explain?" You know what? It's just more for the engagement. But
Yeah.
I don't like. I just feel my IQ lowering every time I'm in that section with some of the things that people are saying.
I do love the comments, man.
He laughs and just sits there chilling
I
out.
love the comments, man.
Yeah.
Because it's mad how you can hear like 2-3 words and someone just flips, "Are you effing blah blah blah, boom boom boom." They've got bare to say. You've heard 5 seconds, like literally.
If that, or they've just seen the thumbnail.
Or
and
you
gone,
just
"No."
read it. They've just read it. It's mad.
Because obviously that's just the psychology of social media, innit? Like you've got to catch someone within the first 3 seconds.
Yeah.
But that says something about people though, because like if you're jumping to conclusions that quickly and you're triggered that quickly, boy, that's too easy, man. Like when something happens, like you have challenges in life, yeah, don't you normally like, alright, cool, let me just assess the situation. How mad is this? Boom, boom, boom. Right, cool. Let me think about the stages, how I'm gonna respond. Some people instant, and those people there, that's the people that get themselves into sticky situations, man.
Because you know what it is? You got access to the world now, innit? So every type of person is more time going to be accessible to your content. So those people are people that are going to comment. Now you're going to be like, wow, look at people. But there's a big wide world. There's a large majority of people wouldn't comment.
No.
You get it?
But then that comes back to what Prab said initially about holding people accountable. It's like, all right, cool, you've just kicked off and you ain't even heard what we said. So be accountable for your actions because it's mad.
Do you know what? I like keyboard warriors though.
Yeah.
To an extent.
Oh, I love that.
Because
that's what keeps the algorithms going.
Bro, I love
not
them.
even for the numbers, and I'm sure you guys have it as well. But the reason I love keyboard warriors is because you find out what they really think.
Yeah.
You put distance
They don't
between
hold back.
people and take consequences away. That's when people say what they really think.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm from the age before internet, before mobile phones.
Yeah.
So if I have an argument with you, if I've got issue with you, if there's two people standing in a room, especially two men, we have a respect because we know there's a threat of violence is imminent and realistic and present. So I got to watch what I say to an extent because I know if I cross a certain line, you're going to punch me in the mouth and it's probably going to hurt. Do you see what I mean? So there's that respect that you have when two men are... And that's what I believe. Like I said, I'm a bit old school. I think men should talk to each other in two ways. You either are respectful of each other or you have a straightener. That's it. Not the whole backbiting. Do you know what I mean? You go. There's two levels. Either we can respectfully talk to each other, or we can't. But I'm not going to disrespectfully talk to you.
But at the same time, it can reveal a part of you that you're hiding. You know what I mean?
What if you're a keyboard warrior?
Nah, no. Like the keyboard warriors can. So, like you might be trying to portray yourself in a certain way, and a message like the someone who comments might look at you in a different way. And send, maybe it might be abuse, it might just be a hard truth, you get it, but no one else ain't telling you this.
But that's why that's what I'm saying. That's why I like keyboard warriors to an extent, because they'll tell you what they really feel. Because that threat of violence is gone. And not that I'm violent or anyone's violent, but that we have that as men, and we have that when you go to another man in person. There's that, it's there. If I cross that line, it's there, and that's why when we talk, it's a certain you push, but you don't push too much, because you go over the line, you're going to get it. And the only people who don't do that is for who violence is present, but it's not a realistic threat. That's why women with men can maybe talk a little bit differently to men, because although the violence is there, it's not a realistic threat. If you say something to a man that's wrong, he's probably not going to turn around and punch you in the face. Probably. It's changing these days, though.
Well, there you go.
It's changing. It's changing these days, but
these
traditionally,
days, a woman has realised that her mouth is her biggest weapon.
100%.
But because she hasn't got usually a threat of immediate violence there, if she uses
they're
it,
testing that threat of immediate violence.
But they're going a lot further than two men would, because if a man said something to you, even half of that, it's on, right?
Is that what you're doing, Inkz? Yeah.
Yeah, but again,
giggling over there.
Nah, just the passion behind what you're saying was making me breathe.
That's true, though.
But these days, these young boys are just punching girls like they're men. These days,
because the women are going mad with their mouth.
I think the only people who are very overly confident in saying what they feel they need to say to people are people that haven't been punched in the face enough. You get punched in the face a few times, you start watching your mouth. Regardless of gender, race, anything. I've been punched in the face since I was 6 years old. Do you know what I mean? I was in combat sports for 40 years. You get punched in the face hundreds, thousands of times. You tend to watch your mouth a little bit more because you know there's an immediate consequence. Do you see what I mean?
Well, I feel like there's a lot of things that keep people safe as well.
Which is the distance, right?
Like the balance between... I don't know what I'm saying here. Like, if a woman's got a lot of protection, so she can say a lot.
And they know it. They know it.
But I think people have a lot of protection now.
Nah,
because
I don't think men is the same. I think
women... men aren't the same. But have you seen now on like blogs and vlogs when you get guys and they're goading people into doing stuff because I've got a video, go on, hit me, because they know. So
that's a woman too, though.
That's when you get into that argument as well. A lot of men are feminized as well in how they're doing it, and I think when men talk like that, it's a very feminine behavior. It's a very feminine behavior to goad someone into hitting you, knowing that they're going to catch you. It's feminine, man. It's not how men should speak to each other.
100.
Do you know what I mean? And we're not a red pill podcast, anything like that by any means. We're not like manosphere or anything. It's just about holding people accountable, isn't it? But as men, you speak respectfully or you don't speak.
Aren't you only supposed to hold yourself accountable?
Do we hold ourselves accountable?
Ain't you only like? Can you really tell anyone else to hold themselves accountable?
If they ask questions, we can. Like, we get people all the time saying, who was it said to me the other day? We did a video once on the average wage in the UK and stuff like that. We were like, you know what? You can support a family on an average wage. It's just you can't do it in certain cities.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't do it in London. All right, but say where I live, right? People are talking about our grandfathers could buy a house and it was 3 times the average wage, and now it's like in London it's 10 times. You're not getting a 1-bedroom flat in London for under 300 grand. Do you know what I mean? So if the average wage in the UK is what, 36 grand, I think, which is not everywhere earns that, but they're including London, right? But you think in like where I live, you can get a 2-bedroom house for 70 grand. Now, if minimum wage is what, 25 grand, so you can still get it for 3 times the minimum wage. So why aren't you getting it? What's the excuse? The excuse is it's the lifestyle. Because the thing about that thing, when people talk about our grandfathers had this, you know, and they were able to support family food. But look at their lifestyle. No indoor plumbing. You had to go to the public bath to have a bath.
My mum's nan used to knit their clothes.
Knit their
She used
clothes.
to make their clothes.
I remember seeing
One
this sort of
TV in a house if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Not now everyone wants a TV, a tablet, and a phone for every room for every person. No designer clothes, no branded clothes, no central heating. Where's your family from?
Mine.
Where's your grandparents from?
Jamaica.
Outside of Jamaica, how many times did your grandparents go away on holiday?
My grandparent.
Yeah,
Recently.
not recently.
Like
when they
out
were
of
when they were
Jamaica.
when they were on it, when they were here grafting. When did they go? Thailand, Dubai.
No.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Just back
No,
home.
no,
My-
Yeah, if you
my
were
nan
from
used to
immigrant
ask, why are you going anywhere but Jamaica?
Yeah, if you're an immigrant, if you come from immigrant parents and grandparents, they may have gone home. But most people, you go away twice in your life, one on honeymoon and one on a 20-year anniversary or something. You might leave the country. Now everyone wants Dubai 3 times a year. It's not the money that's the problem, it's the lifestyle. Do you know what I mean? And then we get people, and that's obviously triggered a lot of people.
And not even just that. It's not even just holidays. It's everyone wants to eat out.
Everyone wants
Everyone
to eat.
wants to eat.
Do you know that-
order food on apps?
Do you know what I thought about the other day? Because my brain goes mad, right? You can we have more resources at our fingertips. As an average working class person in this country has more resources at their fingertips than any queen or king in history ever in anywhere in the world. We can press a button and food is delivered to our table in 30 minutes. Even the Queen of England couldn't do that. The last Queen of England couldn't do that. I can press a button now, sitting here. I'm in a city that's not mine. I can literally get on my phone, press a button. I can get, say for example, I can get Indian food delivered to my table in 30 minutes. Queen Victoria couldn't do that, and she owned India.
Yo, and Sebastian,
She
it works.
owned India, and she
You don't
couldn't
even
get
have to-
Indian
You don't
food
even have
to
to
her
press
door.
a button soon. You can just talk.
Yeah.
AI agents.
Yeah,
yo,
send
okay,
food.
Yeah.
And we're still moaning. It is the best time to ever be a human being.
In some aspects.
What do you reckon?
Depends on where you
It's
live.
damaging us, man. We're lazy.
No,
man.
sorry. Let me rephrase what I'm saying.
We're
I don't believe that.
Resource
I don't believe that.
resource wise,
Yeah.
your kids ain't dying of disease. Most people used to have 7 or 8 kids, 3 of them die. Like my grandparents' generation, they've always got listen to your grandparents. Like, how many brothers and sisters you had? Well, 1 died when they were 2. Do you know what I mean? Or we had 2, 3 of them die. You used to have kids and they die, and it was just whatever. You have to deal with it.
Why don't you agree with that?
That we're lazy.
Yeah.
Whoever's lazy is lazy, ain't it? Like, if you're not lazy, then you can use the tools to get even more work done.
But what I agree with that. But what I think is the tools have made
Lazy people more lazy.
yes. So
Yeah, but they're already lazy.
So the people that would have had to do certain things to get what they need to get now they're like, oh, I can't be asked.
Yeah, and that's gonna affect them though.
Yeah, 100.
You know what I'm saying?
Which
'Cause-
is the accountability, right?
Yeah.
So if you're living somewhere and you haven't got a house, or I had someone say they work 60-hour weeks, and I'm like, if you're working 60 hours a week, even at minimum wage, that's over 700 quid a week. So where is 700 quid a week going?
Drugs,
Deliveroo.
That's the
Let's
point.
get on to the sins.
prostitution.
Oh, I forgot.
Sins
shit.
of the week.
Sin of the week.
Come
You got
to
sin
me
of the
last,
week?
please. Come to me last.
Sin
I
of the
don't
week. You got 3 sin of the weeks.
I wasn't prepared for this.
You never were prepared, bro.
Let me see what Richard says. What Richard's put in there.
Yeah, go on.
This is why you're late.
Let me see what Richard's put
You're
in there.
late, and you had extra time to do all this stuff.
Why? I can just see laughter blood. What are you looking at?
Yo, Pat just landed still. 2 sets, I'm gonna pull it down. I'll check it out now. Smooth still. Yeah, I'm seeing less on the 27th still.
How much man have I out in this life? Is too many. All I need is a phone and a like a sim. Now it's time to win, bro. Spending time in bin, but I still send him things. Make sure it's nice within.
Look him. Look him. He's growing that, man.
What's this? Oh yeah, Elon Musk responds to. Should we go with that?
Go on then.
Is
Elon Musk.
that the third one, yeah?
Yeah, number 3. Yeah, Elon Musk
Responds
has
to-
responded to his new baby mother. He's on his 14th kid now.
Mad
Oh, yeah,
14.
14
Is
kids.
that how much kids he's got?
14.
14, yes.
is what
Well,
like,
well,
Moving like a brother.
got
if anyone
like 5
can-
baby mums.
if anyone can, you know when they say if you, in Muslim thingy you can have how many wives?
Yeah.
Mate, you can have as much wives as you want.
Are these all his wives or?
Nah, he just breeds up
Oh,
and
he's just
bounces,
breeding them.
bro.
I think he's had a wife that he married twice or something, and he ain't even had no kids with her. The one woman that he married, he didn't have no kids with.
Sit down.
How long did he be with her for?
Couple years, and then they divorced, and then because I saw his map. He's
Oh
got a
yeah,
map,
yeah.
He's got
I
the
seen
baby
that.
mum map.
Yeah.
He's got a map.
I saw the map of the baby mums.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
baby mum map.
she was a wild one as well, isn't it? I'm sure she was a wild one as well. She's like was she like an actor or something?
I don't know.
Anyways, yeah, he's got 14 kids. The latest one that he just breeded up, young thing. She's screaming, "Car, my man's ignoring her." And he messages back like, "Yo, I sent you 2.5 mil, and I'm giving you 500 bags a year."
That's insane.
And she's still moaning.
She's still
But
moaning.
he ain't even had the DNA. He don't even know if it's his. 100%.
Yeah.
Mad
Yeah.
man. That's how you know when you got serious money, man.
Would you do that?
Nah, but do you know what I like? Yeah, that guy, that basketballer.
Anthony Edwards. No.
What's his name?
Anthony Edwards.
Is it something Edwards? I don't think it's Anthony.
It is.
But is it when he paid off my girl for the whole
18 years.
18. Ah, that's cold.
Yeah.
That is cold.
So
I
then,
rate that.
like, don't come back to me again.
Yeah, just here you got what was it? I think it's $5,000 a month or
Yeah.
$5,000 a week for 18 years.
$5,000 a month for 18 years.
Bam!
Yeah.
He just gave her the whole thing. Said, "See you later."
Don't chat to me.
Sit down.
That's
didn't
a
want
good
nothing
business decision as well because inflation, innit?
Yeah,
Because $5,000 in 18 years ain't gonna get you far.
yeah.
So he's done it.
Yeah,
Man,
he's done it right.
So
I
if
rate that.
if you was Elon Musk, would you be breeding up the place?
Yeah.
Why if I was Elon Musk?
Like that kind of money, trillionaire.
Yeah, if he was rich like that.
I would actually with the same woman though,
Same one.
not like all over the place.
Why are you nodding your head?
Because
Like, yeah, I do too.
Yeah, she would.
because
You'd want to get breeded.
If
I want a family. I want
Would you
more
let Elon
kids.
Musk breed you?
No, not Elon Musk. No.
Nah, come on. Be real now.
What about
Elon Musk. Elon Musk enters the
No.
building now, yeah?
What do you think I am?
Sticks it on you.
No, like
Huh?
no. I wouldn't even be like, oh my
What's
god.
that club
do you know
called?
what I mean?
Pussycats. Is it Pussycats? In Telford?
Yeah, it's not actually called that no more.
What's it called?
Fucking, I don't know, some club 67 or something. Like
So let's just say go with Pussycats.
Yeah,
Elon
cats.
Musk enters Pussycats now, yeah?
Film.
You notice him like, yo, Elon!
I'll be so real. I don't think I'd actually notice him. Oh, if like if he
You
walked in,
would
I'd-
know that it was
I'd-
him though, yeah?
unless-
Based on the room.
All right,
I was about to say unless it was, but I still wouldn't be like, oh my god, that's him. I would
say if then
do you
your
know what I mean?
home girl, oh, you know what that is? That's Elon.
Yeah, it's still not gonna do nothing for me. Like I just it doesn't.
He's got
doesn't-
billions.
That doesn't make me suddenly like
I-
want to like breed you because you've
I
got
would-
millions.
I-
Like
would
I
you-
need more than.
Would you rather like a good-looking brother, yeah, with no bread?
It's not about bread.
Or-
It's about your morals.
But so okay, that's what I'm
You know what
saying. So,
it's not about that. And you can go, oh, it's not.
but what would you pick? A good-looking brother with no bread, or a dead-looking brother with loads of bread? You gotta pick one. What would you pick?
I can't do it just based off looks and money. That's not how. That's not
they,
how my brain
they treat you the
works.
same. They both treat you the
Based off
same
morals,
really
yeah?
well. They both treat you really well. Which one you picking?
If they're both-
If you get the good-looking
In
brother,
that-
you'll never have bread. You're
Yeah,
always gonna
but
be
listen,
struggling.
It's like I'm being deadly serious. Yeah, it's not about that for me. It is about that. Like
But I've
connection.
just
It's
said-
that level of
No,
connection.
no, but I've
no,
just-
yeah. But so whichever one I have the best connection with, it ain't like it ain't about
No,
that.
but I've just
How
said.
many people you connecting with?
Not that.
How many
You know what I'm
people you
saying?
connecting with?
She's
But hold on a
going
sec.
round the question.
No, but I've said, yeah, they both treat you well.
Yeah, but it's not just about like treating. If my soul don't feel it, my soul
All right,
don't
cool.
feel it.
Your soul,
Like this-
your soul is like perfectly in line. Bam, connected. It couldn't be any better.
Soulmates.
So
I
now
don't
who are you
know.
picking?
I don't
Soulmates.
Okay,
It depends. Like I'd have to see the guy, and I'd have to see the other guy. I
Yeah,
don't
he's
fucking
telling
know,
you
like-
when you look at him, he's dead and he's.
Why are you avoiding it so much?
It's not that I'm avoiding it. It's that I cannot answer the question. Like,
Do you know what? Another
I
way of
can't.
putting it.
That's
Another way of putting it, Inkz, I suppose, if the personality is right, are looks more important than money, or is money more important than looks? If the personality is right, which one comes second? If the personality is good and you get on with each other,
I would say one sec. I would say because to earn money, it would make you you have to be more of a successful man with a drive and ambition.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm not talking about like, if we're talking like nothing, like the guy has nothing going for him, like he has like, you know, doesn't even drive, like has nothing, then that's gonna make me turned off by the man anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? So
because he's not capable. Does it reflect on his capability? Maybe.
Yeah, of who you are as a man, and I would want to see a man as a provider, but not just in money sense. You know what I'm saying? So say if a guy didn't have his money right, that's not always going to be an issue for me. If we're vibing and you know what I'm saying, and your morals are right, that's.
But I can
see.
And he doesn't
That's
do
what I'm
any
saying.
of
But
it,
if you're a guy with no drive, no ambition, you got no dreams, you got no work ethic, you don't even like really care about yourself, then you can't care about me. Do you know what I'm saying?
So just being nice wouldn't be enough if you haven't got any capability.
So then the bread matters.
Yeah,
then.
I agree with that.
The bread matters.
You see this personality.
Yeah, but it's one. But it's not that it has to matter one to the other. There's different elements in a relationship, isn't it? Money is important. Looks are important.
Money and looks are important. Personality. Where does that exist?
No, I'm sorry. Personality.
Where does that
personality
exist?
does exist for me,
Okay,
and I know
stop,
that. Once,
stop.
no. I
No, you
know.
stop.
No. Okay.
No.
Basically, I know
No.
that in this modern day society, it's very much based off money and status, and it's very like back and forth between men and women. But men need women, and women need men. But I feel like you both need to be
This ain't cancel
healed.
culture.
100%.
You do not need to convince us of this. Yeah.
I'm not convincing myself. I'm trying to educate you
I'm
because
just
you're clearly
saying,
not
yeah.
comprehending.
No, okay then. No, this is why I'm not comprehending, because are you currently in a relationship?
No, I'm not in a relationship.
Why aren't you in a relationship?
Because I haven't.
What happened to morals? Where's all these guys' morals that went before? Did they just suddenly change?
What do you mean?
Like if
Where
it's
have
all,
they gone?
Yeah, like if it's such
beaten and
about
they've gone.
personality, if it's about morals, if it's about certain things, where are those guys? What changed? Because they had it, didn't they?
What do you mean? Who had it?
The ones that
Your
you were with.
exes, your exes.
I told you why I broke up with. I've only had like 3 or 4 serious relationships.
You should
Oh,
only
that's
really
a
have
lot.
one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
no,
lot.
I agree, and I said this is literally what I was saying on a podcast last week.
So
I think
this
as
is the
a
point
woman,
I'm trying to
when
make. The personality you're looking for, you don't even know.
yeah, but I literally said it's your moral and it's also connect. I work literally on energy. If I can
Thank
feel
you.
the energy,
And
that's
guess what? He can give you that energy. He can
No,
give you that
no,
energy.
no.
He can give you that energy.
No,
believe-
it's not. It's really not. Like, and for me, that what you're telling me is just your experience and your perspective on love and relationship, which just gives me more insight into your relationships. You know what I mean, and what they're based on.
So you don't
But for
think-
me, it's based on different, and you can't understand why my brain operates like that because
He hasn't
you
been-
don't operate like that.
I hear
Do
of
you
the
get what I'm
energy to a
saying?
certain point, but you don't think people can kind of falsify that energy
Of course
towards
they
you?
can.
You don't believe that?
But they can
I think-
falsify their bread as well.
Yes,
they can
that's what
falsify.
man does, though.
Exactly. Yeah. That's
They
what
can
men
falsify
do.
anything.
Men will do anything.
That's what
to
men
chop.
do.
Yeah.
They'll do
A
anything.
man can give you any energy he wants to give you for you to believe that he's got the energy.
100%.
Yeah, but whether it really clicks or not, you'll know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
If the man wants it to click, he will click.
Yeah, but that's the same
Nah,
with women.
I
If a woman wants,
disagree,
if a woman wants you to believe that she loves you and she doesn't only want you for your money, she can fool us as well. We've all been fooled by women.
I've
Tyrese.
been
Happened to
listen,
Tyrese.
I've been pursued by men. I've had men interested in me,
Yeah, but
and they're and they're
no.
great guys. Yeah, and they're.
Let me just to his point there. Yeah, you can get fooled, but I'm not the one here sitting here talking about personality. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I would. The thing about the morality is, I think it's like a table, isn't it? You need like 4 or 5 legs. You can't just have one leg. It's not one thing. They're all attributes.
Yeah.
So personality is important, but it's not enough by itself. Love is important, but it's not enough by itself. Money is important in a relationship. You don't want to be bickering because you can't pay the bills and you're both sitting there with no money and you can't go out anywhere and the rent's due. It will cause stress. But it's not everything because you get people in unhappy marriages that are women.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's
There's
people
different
that are in a
attributes.
relationship right now that are broke
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
But
Well,
back to your energy thing, what I'm saying is like there have been guys that like I've gone on dates with or like have been interested in me and I've started to get to know them and they're good looking and they've got money and they seem really nice. You know what I'm saying? And they're a good vibe, but they don't do it for me. There's not that there. There's nothing deeper than that there for me. It's too. I can't. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a no. Like I'm not a surface level person. Like my connections, they have to be very deep. So I don't do this whole like I'll entertain you if you've got money or do like that's not in my realm. Like, that doesn't exist for me.
Can I ask you a question?
I live in a different type of world, clearly.
How old are you, Mel?
25.
Do you think your standards will lower as you get older if you don't find the man that you want? Because when you're 25, you've got
I would
all
say
the
I
guys in your
can't
DMs.
really
Well,
speak. I
what's
can't
the
really
standards?
speak for future. For me, my standards other than I have to feel that and know. Do you know what I'm saying? I have to feel. Other things that are important is that you have a relationship with God, is that the way that you treat your family, the way you respect people, the way you stick to your word as a man.
Massively.
Whether you make me feel safe.
But in order to get to that point, you have to give him enough time.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And for you to give him enough time, he's got to be attractive enough looks to get that time.
You say,
and he's got to have the means.
You say that, but there's
wait. He's got to have the means, because he's got to have the means to pay for things or to drive. You said that's a turn off. You said that's a turn off.
Mm-hmm.
So he pulls up off the bus, and you're like, I'm not sure anymore.
If he had,
and I know women,
if he's also working and building as an entrepreneur and he's catching the bus, I'm not judging you for catching the bus because you're building for your life. When I said that comment, I was saying it as if he doesn't drive and he doesn't work and he has no ambition.
I hear that, but what I'm saying is what you're saying.
I understand what you're saying, and I think it's true to an extent.
It's not surface level. You're right, and it is deeper. But to get that deep, he has to have an opportunity. There's 20, 30, 40, 50. I know you got bare man in the DMs. I know you ain't giving them 5 minutes.
Which man hasn't got these morals though?
There's a lot of men that ain't got no morals.
There's a lot of men that have them. Like
they're married.
It's two
they
and
got
two
girls.
the same. You can get them you cannot have them today and get them tomorrow.
But I think one of the problems is people expect that perfect person of yours to come out of the bag
and
like
that's what
that.
happens.
It needs to get built.
Thank you.
So
what I would say is like, you've had 4 different relationships. Potentially, all of those could have worked. All of those people could have changed. It's more about yourself, really, isn't it? Like, I don't think you type.
I'd say
I think you have to be more confident within yourself than the person that you're looking for.
I think
100%. And I agree with that statement.
Because I believe that every single relationship that you could have had could have worked.
Yeah, but you got to figure out the workload to get there. Like everyone can be fixed.
100.
Everyone
and also,
can be
not
fixed,
everyone wants to be fixed as well. It's whether you're
prepared to play that long
game. If you worked
game.
on yourself, you would know that you're not willing to fix a big problem right in front of you.
Yeah, but
sometimes problems don't occur till mid-relationship.
And like you said, it takes time, right? It takes time. Everyone needs time. Sometimes you see someone, you're with them, and you realise, you know what, this person's going to take 10 years of patience. Argument's sake, 10 years of patience to work through all their stuff, and I don't have 10 years to give this person. Do you know what I mean? I have when I was single, I had like a 6-month thing. If I think it's going to be more than 6 months to have you on track, I haven't got time to give. You have to be at a certain level already. You don't have to be perfect, but we need to be kind of.
Again,
that's more about you putting someone else on track. But I'm talking about yourself.
Yeah, but if you're in a certain place, you attract what you project. Mm-hmm. If you're in a certain place, you will attract good people. If you're on, people will drag you into whatever space they're in. Right? That's what people do because they're comfortable in whatever space they're in. If they're in a shit space, they want everyone in that shit space. So wherever you are, you will attract it. If you are attracting shit people, and this is what we say to people all the time on there, I can't find a good man. You know, all men are dickheads. I said, what is attracting dickhead men? Maybe you've got dickhead energy.
100.
Maybe you've got dickhead energy.
Where you're getting these men from is a dickhead place.
But the women who comment on our posts saying, I've got a lovely husband, I have a great life, I really appreciate what you said. It made me think about how I'm raising my son. We might say something about parenting. And they'll be like, you know what? But that's someone who's emotionally mature enough to hear something, not get triggered, and say, you know what? I never thought about it like that. Me and my husband will.
For me, I just think there's a lot of decent guys out there that probably don't get a chance.
I think that every guy is decent, and I feel like every woman is decent. Yeah, can be. Yeah, can be. I don't feel. I believe that everyone can be decent people. Yeah, if you work on yourself, yeah, and you're willing to enter into a relationship, that relationship can last if it's got most of the most of the component. If you look at that person and say, I can be with this person. All the rest of this stuff is just problems, bro. You can figure them out if you're willing to.
But you got to
if
you're
willing to,
yeah.
and how much and how much energy you're prepared to. Not energy in the way
energy.
No, not the way Inkz is saying it, but energy in the sense of how much of your time and energy you're prepared to put in to help them fix
and
it.
again, I think that differs based on who that person is and how much you rate them.
Oh look, I know women that are with guys that don't treat them well, but they're rich, and they'll get a second or third chance. When if that guy was an Asda manager, he wouldn't even have the chance to be in the relationship in the first place. And if they did, the first thing he does wrong, he's gone.
But there's guys that
people will hang around, and even guys with girls. If she's bad.
You'll
give her another 2-3
I
chances.
feel attraction is a massive thing, bro.
Massive, it must be.
100%.
And you
Massive
need
thing,
it.
bro.
You need it.
100%.
You need physical attraction.
Say something, blood.
Yeah.
Imagine silent for 20 minutes.
He's there, man. He's
No,
there.
you
He's
need the
listening hard.
physical
listening.
attraction.
And he's not even high.
I feel for people to go around that, sometimes it's part of the reason why you end up having loads more relationships.
Yeah, but
because you're searching for a connection that a lot of
that don't
geezers will
exist,
give
bro.
you.
yeah, but you have to understand the relationships that we're talking about. These kind of relationships have only been around about 60 years. Throughout history, no one had relationships. No one had boyfriends and girlfriends. You got married.
Yeah.
Your parents set you up and you got married. And the thing is, the marriages used to last long for more than one. One of the reasons was the stigma. You couldn't divorce and that. But also, people used to go into marriage with a different mindset. It wasn't about we're going to be in love. It was like, okay, we're doing this
Together.
There's no other option.
That's it.
We're not leaving each other, so we got to make it work.
100.
And what is it that old couple said one time? They asked this old couple, "What's your secret?" He goes, "Well, we come from a time when something's broke. You fix it. You don't throw it away.
Yeah.
You
And
fix it." People used to fix tables. People used to fix chairs in their
And
house.
I feel like that's a better way to look at things. You've got more choice. Know what you actually want rather than saying all this connection shit. Like actually have something that you like, and maybe go for that, man.
But I think people would only end something if they feel that they could get something better. Or they wouldn't end it.
Yeah.
So I think there's a thought of like, I'll get better. So fuck this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
I think more people.
Maybe women.
Women, I'm talking about women mainly, yeah, actually. Yeah.
I wouldn't say that I've ever ended a relationship because it's like, oh, I can get better. It's just more that like, I don't want this for me. And I do agree with like, you have to work on yourself because like, the reason why I'm single is because I'm on a journey with God at the moment and I'm trying to do a lot for me. And I know that I won't attract the type of person that I want until I'm the person that I want to be. Yeah.
Do you think when you say that people leave people to get better, do you think people will stay single and not take the people that are getting offered because they think they can do better?
Yeah, 100%. I hear that a lot as well. I hear it a lot. Like people think these days people think they have so many more options than they actually do because.
But that's the thing as well. I feel like females, they get one thought of like emotions, and then you want to dive in head first with that. And then when you really think about it, it's not really love; it's something else.
You get a lot of infatuation, but
that's where you could explore relationships. There's loads of ways to explore relationships. You don't have to have sex. You don't have to. You know what I mean? You can have relationships with guys with an intent, like there's something there, but you don't have to push forward with everything. You know what I mean?
Can I tell you something mad? We're Sinners podcast. I don't usually talk about sex and stuff and that thing, but one thing I did that changed the way I started dating women in my sort of late 30s, early 40s. I realised when you take sex off the table. Take sex off the table for 2 months.
That's tough for most people, though.
It's tough for most people, but have some sexual discipline. Take that off because then you'll find out if you want to speak with her and go and see her without sex being even an option.
Some people, it's the other way around. They need to have sex to know
and then
if
you
they
can
even want to stay around.
Yeah, and then you can chill out because that's what happens. You kind of have sex, then you chill out with each other, and she's all right. She's quite nice company, and you do it again, and it just kind of falls into a relationship. But if you were going round and you knew there was no sex at all, would you bother to go over?
Probably not. Most
Twilight,
men wouldn't.
Would you? If there was no sex on the table, would you
go check for you?
Oh God,
it's hard. But when you get to
and that's from a woman.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of people are not going to do it, and obviously, sex is very important for a lot of people in a relationship, and it should be important. But I think when you take it off the table, you can see if you really like that person for them, because sex will cloud your judgment as well.
But it's also a way that people connect.
Yeah,
the intimacy side of things.
You need that.
You need both.
You need that. But if you just delay it, we're not saying don't have sex. Just delay it for a few weeks and see if you actually like being with that person and going around and spending time with them when you know there's no sex. Take that away, and then if you like each other, you already want to have sex with each other. You know the attraction's there, but then obviously, like you said, sometimes you could waste 2 months and then the sex is dead.
But still, like, I think some guys, even if they did hold out, I think they would still want to have sex, though. Maybe women too.
Yeah, but
it depends on the person. Like,
it's not about don't want to. It's just about just take it off the table for a bit and see if you actually enjoy the person's company. Because if you can't enjoy the person's company, then you're having sex. And most relationships are you have sex and you chill out. Then you have sex and you chill out. You have sex, you order some food. You have sex, you go cinema. And that's a relationship now. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if you actually see if you enjoy being in each other's company, the sex will just enhance it.
Are you both in a relationships?
Am I? Yeah.
Yeah. Both of you. So is that the same for you, like in your relationships?
In what way?
Like 2 months off the table, woman's not giving you no.
I started doing that along. No, not for that. But just
I've never done
I started working for me in my.
If your
bit.
woman started saying to you now, you ain't getting none.
What,
Yeah, but
now
that's-
after the fact?
No,
That's
no.
wild.
But that's, I mean,
That's
people
wild.
weaponizing sex is wild anyway.
Yeah.
That
That's
would
wild.
be
You
a
can't do
no-no.
that.
That would be a red flag for me.
Yeah.
You know, if my missus would do it, but I don't.
Yeah.
If you start doing that sort of stuff, if you start weaponizing sex, it's a red flag because if you can weaponize sex, you can weaponize kids. You can weaponize anything. Do you know what I mean? And if that's someone's character, they start saying you can get nice things from me, but it's conditional.
But that
Then it becomes a reward, and then it becomes
that
then
2
it
months
becomes
that
leverage.
2 month sex thing's a bit techie though, because what if you start dating someone, they're like, oh yeah, 2 months, but their body count's like 10, 15. You're like, did they have to wait 2 months? It's a
No,
bit
I'm
techie.
talking about more for men than women.
No, but
you know?
I'm just saying, like, how would you lot feel if like a female was like, oh nah?
Missink is pissed, you know. She's
I'm not.
vexed.
No, but how would you lot feel?
Do you agree with what we're saying? Do you think there's merit in that?
Yeah, I absolutely think
Yeah.
there is. And
I think it's
he's,
more for
he's
men,
not
though.
saying like meet someone and don't fuck for 2 months. He even said like even if like you do it and then he's saying just at any point take it off the table for 2 months and sit with each other's company.
I think it has to be at the beginning. You
Yeah,
can't do that.
I think
can't
once
do
you start
that.
having sex, it's very hard to then say, "Oh,
That's
we're not
wild.
doing it now."
I just feel like attraction has to be a large part of it, bro.
Massively,
I agree.
and you should
Just
you
don't
should
go
want
past
to.
that, man.
If you're a man and you're with a woman, and I said this when a few years ago because I was in a relationship where there wasn't any attraction in that way, and you end up being like with your best friend.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And after that, I
I
said,
think the attraction has to be both ways, though. Like,
Yeah.
you can't have one that's more.
but
like,
it's never equal. I learned that a long time ago. In no
can't
relationship,
be
is
equal,
one.
but it can't be like overbalanced. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. But they say that a woman should be more attracted to a man
I think
than a
so.
man should be to a woman.
I think so.
They always say a woman should love a man more than a man loves a woman in a relationship. They're more successful. I have no stats on that or no science behind it, but I've heard that a lot.
Men are more loyal. That's why.
Yeah, I think we're more willing to settle.
Yeah.
Men don't leave.
men are
We
more
know that statistically. Men don't leave.
Like Inkz, like in your 4 relationships, serious ones, yeah. How many times did you end a relationship?
All of them. Yes.
The first 2, yes, and the second 2 kind of like mutual.
Mutual. One person kind of
If it's-
stops feeling it, isn't it? A little bit. Would you say it was more you than or more them on the second couple?
Come on, man. Thanks, man. Just give us some truth.
I'm saying what it is. The first 2 I ended like straight up. The third one that was kind of like the
The one that you were talking about.
yeah. So that one like really was mutual. The other one it was kind of like
But who said the religion's going to get in the way, the culture's going to get in the way? I've got another job. Was it him or was it you?
it was we kind of like had it was kind of like we kind of knew from the start there was going to be an issue and then we fell in love and like when you like for me like when you fall in love like whenever I've fallen in love like it's just like you're blinded, you know what I'm saying? But then it comes to a real point. He gets the job and I'm like, well, you know, we have conversations.
Where was you-
weighing
where
it
was
up
you-
because where was what?
Where did he move to?
London.
It sounds like him then, because if he was there, he wouldn't be applying for jobs 200 miles away.
No, it was a promotion offered within his existing job.
Okay. But was he coming to you saying, was he considering it? Because if he was wanting to be with you, I imagine.
I told him to go for it. His his job in the current place made him unhappy, and I'm.
You want him back?
Huh? No.
You
No.
wouldn't.
I think we've completely outgrown each other now.
Yeah, that happens as
entertain
well.
that.
Sometimes you can be in love with someone,
Yeah.
but when it's done, it's
Like
it's
we've
done.
met up and caught up when I was like in London before, like linked up, and it was just like
Wasn't there?
Yeah, we wasn't there anymore. But I very much loved him and respected him. Like when we broke up, and yeah, it was.
I feel like there's obviously there's different personality types in it, but everyone's different. Even these conversations that we're having, everyone is totally different.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
I couldn't see myself having another relationship
With someone else? you
Yeah.
mean?
What do you mean?
Like you're happy, like you're set.
Yeah, I'm set. Like I just can't see myself breaking up and just being like, Oh, we need to find someone else.
Is
Going
that
through it
because-
all again, innit?
Is that because it's long though?
But that's a
'Cause some
man
guys-
thing. That's a man thing.
I agree.
That is a man thing.
And that's why most
men are
men
cool.
stay.
Men don't leave. I think divorce rates. I think it's 70 or 80% women instigate and like 20% men. The thing is, men don't leave.
Yeah.
That's not to say men will stay and not cheat and not do a load of fuckery, but they don't leave.
Yeah.
They don't leave.
That's why he's not allowed.
But that's
on
the
the
thing.
show.
They will. The thing is about men. They will. That's why they. If
Shots fired.
men won't leave a woman who they believe is a good wife and a good mother.
Yeah.
They won't. They will go and do stuff with other women, but they won't leave. That's why you get all these side chicks going, he says he's going to leave his wife. No, he ain't. Why would he? Why would he? If she's a good wife and a good mother, that's his kennel to come home to. He's going to go and be a dog outside.
Sin of the week.
Do you know what I mean? A man
Sin
will
of the
only
week.
leave a woman if he doesn't think she's a good wife or a good mother. So if a man leaves you, he really doesn't. Because women will leave men saying, he's a good man, but I needed more. Or he's a good man, but it just wasn't vibing.
Yeah.
He is a good man. A man will never say, I left her. She's a good woman, but I wanted more.
Yeah.
He'll only leave her if he thinks she's crazy.
That's
Or
it.
just not a, and that's why it doesn't happen very often.
And that's why women, will look around and see other stuff going on and think they want that. Oh,
Yeah. But
this-
they don't know the
Yeah.
full ins and
Yeah.
outs.
Women will look at things and see they want something based on how it looks on the outside.
But they don't.
Yeah, but men are like that with women's looks. They just want women that look good.
Yeah, but they.
Nah.
No?
Nah.
So
I
you
don't
wouldn't
think
date a girl who's really nice looking in your past, not if you're in a happy relationship now. You've never been out with girls who are just because they're nice looking.
I've been out with girls that are very nice looking, bro, and I have
Ain't
no
nasty.
reason to think about relationship.
So you weren't even thinking about the relationship, but you still went after them.
You was just beating them, innit?
This guy is
But
back,
this is the point. You won't even look at them like that, but you will be interested in them just on their looks, right?
That's it.
So it happens. We're shallow as well.
No, but women would do. No, but women will see a whole life.
Yeah, they'll switch it
Yeah,
completely
they
up.
want to switch it because they feel like.
And
they've
women
got a
get bored
better
easily.
life.
Women get more bored easily.
Yeah, and so that's a problem for us men.
I think boredom is your worst enemy in
Men
a
have-
relationship.
No, because I'm saying like, for a woman can look at another person's relationship and think she wants that now.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You have to be the strongest man, to stay on top of your game. Not to say that you have to have the most money or this and that, but you got to have the most confidence in who you are as a person. Because
I
as
agree
soon
with
as
that.
you lose that confidence,
Women can
they
smell
smell it,
she's gonna
lack
stray.
of self-security on a
Yeah.
man like that.
Stray,
Like
bro.
100%.
And the problem for men though is that we can lose our confidence daily, bro.
Yeah.
From anything, you get what I'm saying? And the woman don't care about how you feel. Yeah, they will stray, bro, and go and look for more confidence somewhere else. They might not take it, but their mind's always straying. Trust me.
No, I agree. I agree. You have to be her everything all the time, every day, no excuses.
And that's the pressures for men though.
100%.
But that's part of being a man, isn't it? And especially if you want a woman who is if all the things that we say we want from a woman, like men say, right, I want a woman who submits to me or whatever and is my wife and lets me be the provider and let me be protector. And submit's a funny word. I'm not saying submit like you're less up, but just submitting to you. But then you have to be her everything.
Yeah.
She's going to be like a baby with you. She's not going to use her brain. You have to make sure she's all right all the time. She's cold, get her a blanket. Like, and then we start thinking we're babysitting, but that's what you get. That comes with it. That's the
I
cost
feel
of
like
it.
you have to do that, but you still have to maintain being yourself.
Yeah, and that's hard.
That's
man.
the balance.
That's
hard,
That's the balance.
That is.
It's like, where do you fit that in?
Yeah.
That's the
Where
balance.
do you fit that in, bro?
Because if you do too much,
if you do
you
too
lose
much,
yourself, and then they don't want you anymore
Yes.
because you're not the man I was.
Yes.
It's a hard balance.
Yes.
But if you want that from a woman, if you want the kind of woman who's like, yeah, okay, I'm yours, and we'll do whatever.
What do you think, Lex? What do you think? Oh, wait there. Let's go on to what's the?
And we got
do
another
one more
scene.
sin of the week.
The Justin Bieber thing.
Justin Bieber.
What happened?
I'm gonna let you know now. He's been crashing out, ain't he?
Oh, it's over
Mental health.
Diddy. He's been sad that Diddy got locked up and that.
Oh, that's Pete. That's Pete.
Diddy know.
Diddy was doing him blood.
Yeah.
Groomed him.
Yeah.
Where you lot been, blood?
Justin Bieber has been crashing out so bad. He went from never being online to being on lives, looking like he's skint. 24/7.
He said he's skin.
What is he? What is?
Listen,
Is
forget
it
that.
like mental health or something?
We don't know what's. I don't. Do you know anything about that? You don't know nothing about that.
Got some sent in the chat.
What about Kanye West? Did you see him wearing the?
Yeah, the black.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's mad.
You didn't see that?
What was that? The Ku Klux Klan thing?
No, but it was a black
one.
Yeah, I seen it.
He's like,
What was all that about?
I don't know. I think he does things for
attention.
Yeah. So I don't really.
He just likes to rage us all and like controversy as well.
I don't think too much of it, man. I think
Yeah.
that he does these things for a reason, and it works every time.
What's the reason though? I'm trying to figure out.
Attention, bro. Marketing.
Okay, it's marketing, but marketing for what are you marketing for? Because you've had more money. You weren't
Relevance.
getting this.
Relevance. We're still talking about.
Okay, so when he had his wife at the awards drop the coat off and she was nude, he said after the reason he did it is because she then became the most clicked thing about the Grammys versus anyone who won was his wife.
Bro,
was
that
the
guy-
most clicked. Most Google searches is about his wife.
He's too smart, bro.
Everything is calculated, 100%.
It's like he's so smart, yet he just looks mad.
Mhm.
to me.
I think
everything that he does
Looks
is
mad.
calculated.
Yeah.
But it just looks so wild.
I think after a while, it's not about the money anymore. For those
not.
kind of
He's a-
personalities, they just want to be the best. They
Isn't
want to
he
do
a
everything
billionaire
better
again?
than you.
He's a
And that's a
billionaire
challenge.
again.
Didn't he want to run for president at one point?
Yeah, he said
did,
he was
didn't
gonna-
Do you know what? A
yeah.
celebrity will become president in the next 10, 15 years, 100%. People, they think it's a reality show.
I hope
over
it's
there.
50 Cent.
They think it's a
Why?
reality show.
I just like 50 Cent. I like the way he handles anything that gets battered at him online.
You reckon be a
Yeah.
good
Love a
president?
black
He's
man,
cool.
innit?
Beat him.
Huh?
She love
No.
a black man, innit?
Would you beat him? You wouldn't beat 50 Cent.
No.
So he hasn't got the right energy.
No, I have respect for him, but what is this like? You just think like you just
So
see an
50
attractive
Cent.
man and you just want to fuck him. I don't do like casual stuff like that.
You know what though? Let's be real though. The women that will talk like that often get the guys that they want and live for half forever. Whilst you're looking for energies.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm
You're my
you can say your thing. No, no.
Stay strong.
I
Stay
don't-
strong.
don't
Stay
really.
strong.
But yeah,
strong,
man.
Stay strong.
When you're ready, don't worry. Remember we got what's her name hooked up with 50 Cent, didn't we?
Yeah.
Who?
Jess.
What?
Jess.
You hooked someone up with him?
Nah,
Jess?
she came on the show. She DM'd him and he DM'd her back. And
You're
she-
lying.
Yeah.
Oh, that Jess.
You had to because do you not remember when Emerald she was like,
Oh, yeah,
he-
she said
she
she's-
got a head off him and she was talking about the bullets and
Oh
She
yeah.
got a
We
head
didn't
off
line
him.
out though. That was not on our. She
Who
said-
got head off him?
Emerald.
this girl.
She got head off him.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Bruh.
And Tiger.
Bruh.
Oh, yeah, I remember that now.
Anyway, the world is different for women, man.
Oh, anyway, so that's sin of the week. What's your biggest sin now? Yeah.
What's mine? I ain't giving.
I've answered this before. I don't know what to say. Like,
Yeah, what is your biggest sin? Huh?
I've answered that. A child out of wedlock. There you go.
Huh?
A child out of wedlock.
A child out of wedlock.
Yeah, that's the sin.
She's saying you're a child out of wedlock.
No, I
Instigated.
He's bad, you know.
She said it.
Hey, you're a child out of wedlock.
I don't even know what wedlock is. Huh? What is it? Am I a bit beyond them?
like you know, like having a baby when you're not married.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
No, not me.
Your parents were married when they had you.
No, I'm a bastard. Definitely a bastard.
Go on.
Yeah.
Next sin.
Yeah.
You should get it.
Oh yeah, I've done this like so many times.
Can we get a sin off you, please? What's your sin?
I didn't even know how to do this though. I can't lie.
Sinners.
I don't know, man. What my biggest sin?
Yeah.
Your biggest sin.
Probably the time when he modelled in the mankini.
Yeah. Yeah, that. I'll take that. Yeah. I modelled in a mankini.
Look, he did, didn't he? He's done it.
Yeah, I done it. Yeah.
Nah, they're gonna clip that.
But if I thought I could pull it off, I would do it though. For the right photo shoot, why not?
Everything's got a price in it.
Oh, for the right photo shoot.
Everything's got a price.
It's not like a well, it's not like female clothing, innit? It's for the man them.
So what did Pabs think about you being in the mankini?
Bro, you was thinking about it. Man. You keep bringing it up, bro.
But what did Pabs think? What did you think about it, him being in the mankini?
I was taking the pictures, mate. What are you talking about?
He said he's got the pictures.
I was taking the pictures. What's not?
That bromance.
I don't know how to answer these
bro,
questions no more.
Go on. What's your biggest sin?
I ain't got one, man.
You got one sin that.
Go on.
I can't think of one.
Come on. From being accountable, you got to have one.
We just spun your own slogan on you.
My biggest sin. I done a little AC when I was like 15. Boom.
What's the AC?
What? You don't know what AC is?
No.
I don't even know.
The little bank scams.
Oh,
when
no.
you with the cards.
With the Africans.
Yeah. There you go. That's it. That's as mad as it's getting for me.
How much did you get?
The rest, they bumped me still. I got like 3 bills, and they got like 2 bags.
3 bills, you know, and then your bank.
But
account
3
got
bills,
shut down.
3 bills at that age was
15,
mad.
Yeah, that's good.
But I wasn't happy. Still.
Next
When
day,
I saw
bank
that 2
account
bags,
gone.
3 bills is nothing, man.
Why they close your bank accounts down after that, innit?
Fraud, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Flatlisted.
Yeah. That's why everybody's.
But that's the maddest thing
one's
I would say. For me, the rest is between me and the Lord.
Oh shit. He's thinking like
I'm
that.
trying to think.
He's thinking.
Just stupid stuff as kids, but nothing major. Like I ain't never.
Conned anyone out of money.
Nah, money I've always been good with.
What about with the females? You ever done it?
Yeah, probably treated women bad in my youth. Probably.
Slapped
But
them
I didn't
around a
start
bit.
until I was late with women anyway. So I was older, so I didn't know the whole teenage stuff. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, probably when I was early with women, probably had situations like that. But yeah, nothing major. I ain't got no mad hidden skeletons in the closet. Do you know what I mean?
No mad cheating stories.
No, no mad stories. No mad stories about it.
Yeah, we're boring for the sins, man.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, everyone's got a sin. It's just whether you're ready.
Right.
Yeah.
100%. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's stuff, but it probably wouldn't be anything that you discuss
I can't.
publicly.
No.
Yeah.
I can't.
Not to
I
that
would love
level.
to.
Look, he's
Oh.
But your relationship's happy as it is.
Yeah, relationship's blessed. Yeah.
So
but
you don't want to do it. You don't want to go down that road.
There you go. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, my missus knows everything about me anyway.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, there you go. So there's one that you told her where it's like, oh, there's this one time. Or
Bro, there's
but
too many times
yeah,
I said
she
that
knows
I
all
feel
my
like I
mess up.
shouldn't have said.
Yeah.
And now it's fucked man over.
Yeah.
Because she's like, what? You know them ones.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might know with a woman though. She'll be like, "Oh, okay, that's cool," but she in her head that's been clocked now. Do you know what I mean? That's got a mental record of it.
But you know how many times I'm like to the man, yeah, no, I'm just open, like, just tell her everything, so there's no secrets. And then they're like, you're mad.
Yeah, but that's more. It's not just out of love and respect. It's also out of protecting yourself because the last thing you want is your missus hearing something about you outside, and she gets caught off guard. I think that's disrespectful to her.
Yeah.
That's true.
If she heard something, oh, do you remember that time so and so got, where you got this girl pregnant and blah blah blah? What? Sorry.
Yeah, you rather
and now
her,
she's got to hear that for the first time, not from you, and
That's
now she's got to
always the
control
worst.
that situation and be like, I'd rather she go, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You told me it was cool. What's the problem? But you have to almost make sure they're prepared.
But that's my
Otherwise, you're
thought
sending your partner out there unprepared.
That's my
Because
thought
some people
process.
could do like intention to ruin your relationship,
100%.
jealousy.
Yeah.
And,
Why else would they do
yeah.
it? Why else would they go?
And then
say,
when
"Do
your
know
miss
it?"
says, "Yeah, I already know," they'll be worried.
Exactly,
Like,
but that's the
But
exact
the thing is,
reason.
when you tell
That's
her
the exact
though,
reason.
like, you still have to deal with that. She might not be moving as mad, but you still got to deal
Depends on
with
who your
that.
partner is.
I think that's why it's important to do all this very early. Because when you're not invested into it, and just tell them this is what it is. Because when you try and
100%.
get into it, and then you don't want to mess it up because you really like someone.
You see, the thing about that is, if you're a person that can go from relationship to relationship, you can learn, which is a good thing. But at the same time, you don't really want to be doing that. You get what I'm saying? But if you're a person that hasn't, you can be in a relationship that's been trapped within so much fucking stuff that I don't know. It might be damaging. It might be making.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
but it's going to be harder for you to be honest.
But that's what you're saying about working on yourself. You have to be honest, because I'd rather someone not be with me for what I really am,
Yeah.
rather
that's
than stay with
confidence.
me for what they think I am.
That's confidence. You're confident. Like,
You know what I
listen,
mean?
this is me. If you like it, then cool. If you don't, see you later.
And sometimes we're afraid to say that because we really like someone. And we think if we tell them that, are they going to go? And I don't want to mess it up. But then you just
That's
get
why you
deeper and
gotta
deeper in.
work on
But that's the
yourself.
confidence.
Yeah.
That's the confidence again. This is me. This is what it is. This is how it is. Like I know someone. He's a Neanderthal. Do you know what I mean? Like he's a total Neanderthal. I want a woman. I want to come home. I want my dinner made. I want my wife in bed waiting for me. He's on that. He's been on that since he was a teenager, right? He found himself a wife that does that.
Yeah.
Because he's too thick to fool someone.
Yeah.
He's too thick to manipulate. He just says it how it is because but he got a girl that went, all right, cool. They've been together 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
Because he's honest out of his dumbness, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? But he was said it right from the start.
You have to work on yourself. You have to.
Yeah.
If the version of yourself means that you need to be making an X amount of money, then that's what you need to work on. If that version of yourself is just about just being, like you said, it's just as simple as wife, come home, this and that, and that's all it takes.
Some
to make
people have
sure-
less work to do.
Yeah.
Some people have less work to do.
Yeah.
Either because they're quite gifted and they can do it, or because their standard is not that high and it doesn't take much. Some people just want a person who's with them. They both work. They both work average wage. They can go home. I just want to go. I dated a girl like that once. She didn't want to be with me after. She goes, "You're too much for me."
Yeah.
As in, I just want a guy. You both work. You come home. You watch a soap opera. You have a meal. You go to bed. She wanted a simple life, and she goes, "I can't handle a guy like you. I can't be with someone who's so
busy.
Too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I said. But
And that's
see,
cool. You
but
just
look
got
at
to
that.
find your perfect person for you.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say. But you can still be in a relationship and still clash with some of those things.
Yeah, but if it
You have to work some of those things out.
yeah,
together.
but some things are so different. Some things are so morally different. If someone's a devout religion and they want to have their child that grows up and they want to get them christened and baptized, and someone's a staunch atheist and doesn't want that, there is going to be times where you don't just work on stuff and compromise because some things are just so different. It's not going to work.
But then again, like, why did you even entertain
That's
that
what I'm saying.
person in the
But
first
you've
place?
got. That's what I'm saying. It's so important to have these conversations at the beginning.
Some people can outgrow each other.
That
Some
can
people
happen.
grow
That
together.
can
Grow
happen.
together.
Some people
Yep.
knew that
That
they
can
shouldn't
happen.
even have bothered be together in the first place.
Some people can have that thing that at the core of it is why they love each other.
Yeah.
But everything else is probably ripping them apart.
Or you're just very different in personalities.
Yeah.
You're different in personality, but at the core, you're quite like me and my wife. Are totally like we're different personalities, totally different personalities, but our core is very similar, and we both want the same thing. And I think one of the reasons that it works is because anytime there's we don't argue, but anytime there's a thing that we think differently on or we disagree, the objective is always to do what is best for the relationship. The individual stuff, the ego gets taken out, right? We're not leaving each other. That's not happening. So let's get that out of the way straight away. We're going to be with each other. We might as well get on. So let's figure this out and move forward. And if you do it frequently enough, a problem never gets that big because it tends to fester.
Yeah.
If you leave it and hope it sorts itself out, or you're afraid of conflict, and I know friends that have happened with, they've let someone get away with something because they just didn't want conflict. And then it's when it's blown up, it's really blown up because there's no more room under the rug to sweep it. Do you know what I mean? Or there's no more room in that cupboard. That cupboard's open. Everything has fallen out in one go. And you see it so much because people just want to just leave it. It will sort itself out. So it's having that, like you said, you work on yourself. Whatever you want in a partner, just become that person
It's true.
because you'll attract it.
Miss Inkz,
Yeah.
say something.
Say
You're
something.
the only woman in the room. Twilight's down.
Fingering herself over there by the bar.
Fucking.
But anyway,
Have you learned anything today?
I think I always like to hear other people's perspectives. It allows me to understand like men and you guys more, how men see things. But I still stick by everything that I've said. I agree with a lot of what you guys have said as well. Like there's not a point that I felt to argue on where you guys are talking. Or I would have.
Is that usual or unusual
What do you mean?
to not want to argue with someone to hear something? Because you're on cancel culture and that. Are you like up for the smoke?
Yeah, I'm quite
Yeah.
interested.
Like if I don't agree with something, I'll
So that's pretty
say.
good then.
Yeah.
We had a whole thing where it's like very respectful.
No smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You seem quite chill, quite laid back.
Yeah.
Are you though?
No, I'm fucking insane,
I
bro.
think usually on cancel culture she's getting.
So we've had a calming effect on you.
Nah, she hasn't. She's been like
The weed.
No,
Too high.
I'll always smoke anyway. No, there's nothing for me to have been heavily debating on you on. Like, I understand what you're saying, and
So you agree
yeah.
to a certain extent.
And the thing is, it's all right to disagree as well. We're not allowed to disagree with anyone anymore. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean? It has to
I
be,
know.
what are you team this, team this? And if you're team that, we're not fucking with you.
I know the internet hates.
It's
me right
okay
now.
just to be like, we don't agree on everything.
Yeah,
And we
100%.
disagree on some stuff, and that's cool. And we can have a discussion and we can disagree.
Like, well, the best thing you can just listen in it and be able to understand.
Yeah,
rather than
like
to respond.
So like
You know what I mean?
even when I'm debating like people, usually I'm in debates of like like women that do OF and stuff. It's never like I'm never coming from a place of disrespect. I'm just speaking my point of view, and then I'm listening to their point of view. And I'm always and a lot of the time I can I understand, and I always seek to understand. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get smarter. What was you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say, what do you think about that with the OF stuff?
I would never do OF. And I think it should be like a last resort thing. I think it's just so. One, I think it's damaging the way it's promoted. You have girls that are literally waiting to turn 18 to do OF. Two, I think it's literally so.
That is wild.
That's wild. Yeah, they're waiting. They're waiting.
Yeah. Then they make you get like, I don't know if you've seen, but like in the US, they've got like the Bop House. So they've got a house full of OnlyFans girls. They're literally aged between like, start from like 18, 19 sort of age. And they had like one influencer and she's 17 years old. And they had her over there collabing with her, like just doing TikToks and that, knowing that there's like men in her comments and stuff waiting for her to turn 18, asking for her to do an OnlyFans. And she like looks up to them. And I think like that's crazy. That's not what we should be teaching young women. I feel like myself, like I've made mistakes as a young woman, and then when I feel like, especially like when I come to God, when you realize and you learn a lot of stuff about yourself, you then have to take accountability and make changes to yourself and changes to your and you know what I'm saying, and work on yourself and change your ways completely.
I hear that, but I think with the OF thing, I think it's just too easy for women. And
it is.
I blame the man then because like they're entertaining it.
Yeah,
They wouldn't make
it's
no
not all
no
on
money. If
And
it
there's
wasn't for the
levels,
guys.
right? You can sell pictures of not your face and stuff.
Feet,
I don't know
innit?
much about. Yeah, but you can
Listen,
do stuff.
You know what
that's
it is? My opinion on it is, it's just like a magazine, and OnlyFans is just another way to market yourself. The magazine era is over. OnlyFans is here. There's some that are overly explicit and overly sexual with it, and there's others that ain't. You get it? Does it make it all right? I don't know. But I don't feel like it's all the same. So now the examples you gave is about a house where they're doing X, Y, and Z.
Someone might be
If
shaking
you're
their
gonna,
hands.
if you're gonna go by that example, then
Mad.
It's mad.
mad, isn't it?
Mad.
But then there's others that are probably doing it and marketing themselves and not doing as much. Or
Yeah, of
it's,
course,
what I'm saying is,
I'm not saying I hate
been
OnlyFans.
around.
Yeah,
There's
I'm not
levels.
like-
There's levels.
Yes.
I'm not saying that I hate women
And
that
you
do
see with these
OnlyFans.
levels, it's the same with everything. Every single level in everything, it's getting confused. I don't want to say this so lightly, but even with like things like R and this and that, and even P's, and you know what I'm saying? Like, there's actual wrong uns out here,
Doing
and then there's
a
people
mad
that are
thing.
making mad mistakes that need to be punished. There's a difference, though. You get it? And everything's getting
There's
pushed
levels to everything.
Yeah, but it's all getting pushed into one thing.
'Cause it's
Labeled
easy.
one name,
'Cause it's easy.
and that's it, bro. And just getting attacked.
The problem is though, if you don't do that, there's grey areas, and then certain people slip through certain cracks, and that's what they're trying to do, innit? They're trying to make it. It's this or it's that.
There is a big difference between certain things.
There's
though.
big differences.
There's a
I'll be
difference
honest.
between a man and a woman who are married, because there used to be a time when a man legally could not do that to his wife. It was illegal. There wasn't a law. There's no law that she could say he did something to me. Do you know what I mean? But there's a big difference between that and getting dragged in the bushes.
Thank you. That's
by
what
a
I'm
guy
saying.
in a balaclava when you're walking up. It's both
But
wrong,
then
and
you're
they're
like-
both equally as wrong. But there is a difference,
yeah.
and it needs to be treated differently.
Different. Yeah.
Both,
Same
both,
like
and both harshly.
There's some church geezer that likes little 3-year-olds. And that's not the same as a woman that is dealing with a 7, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
Or if you're
Still,
19, if you're
yeah.
19 and you're with a 17-year-old,
Yeah, yes.
you
Like
would
the
be
man in the
you'd be
hospital
classed
with
the
the
same
dead
on the
people.
register.
Yeah, that's it.
If you're 19 and with a
They're both
17-year-old, then
wrong.
if you're a 50-year-old with a 6-year-old, legally your class is the same. But there is a difference. It's both wrong, but there is a difference, and there are levels to it.
And that's what's going on with everything, though.
Yeah.
In every wrong event, it's all been treated as the same wrongness.
The
It's
problem
easy,
is
though.
though.
That's easy. You put it in a box, and we don't like that box.
Yeah,
No,
but
yeah.
the problem is though, it's like, okay, cool. Like how they see it is, if you can do that,
can lead
then
to
what
that.
says that you don't end up getting into this?
But it's not.
Do
A
you get
gate,
it?
it's not
It's
a gateway.
like-
If you're 19 and you date a 17-year-old, there's not a gateway of you being 50 and messing around with 6-year-olds. Do you know what I mean?
agree. I agree.
You know what I
agree.
mean?
But
Yeah,
with
You could
certain
both be in the
things,
same
yeah.
school. One could be 18 and one could be 16. You could be in the same school,
Yeah.
getting taught by the same teachers. Do you know what I mean? And whether it's right or wrong, morality and legally, yes, it is wrong. But that's a big difference between an 18-year-old dating a 16-year-old and a 50-year-old going after 3-4-year-old kids.
Yep.
Massive difference between the two
Massive
things.
difference.
But on the register, you're the same, and your class is the same. And we have to look into that sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's not. But it's the same. But that's
Yeah, but what I was going to say,
point is-
bringing it back to OnlyFans, like
Yeah.
I get what you're saying with that. Like when I'm talking to like women that do OF and that, it's not like I'm not even like judging you or hating on
not
you because you
morality.
do it. Do you know what I'm saying? I have friends that do it. Like there's a lot of girls that I've met on like your podcast that I stay in touch with and stuff.
But like I
OF
says,
girls.
what the idea of doing it, what does that mean? Because like I says, you could just be page free. Is that
Yeah, but even if you're doing the most,
yeah?
me personally, I haven't got a problem with whatever anyone does in their life, but there's a cost to everything that you do. So as long as you're all right with the fact that, okay, you're 25 and you're doing the most and you're getting paid and you get loads of money and that's cool, and maybe you've got a child and you're able to give that child everything that you didn't have, cool. But just be aware that when it comes time to finding a husband, you may have more problems than someone else does. And if you're okay with that decision, and if you're like, that doesn't bother me, I'd rather be single and not have a husband.
I don't think
But
it's a
my
problem for them either, though.
but my children will have everything that I didn't have.
You see this argument as well. There's men that want a wife that as well.
No, you might be all right, but it might not be the guy that you want.
Yeah.
No, the guy that you want wants that as well.
Really?
I'm sorry, I've seen it.
Anyone can get anyone, but I'm just saying, you may face different challenges than the girl who hasn't done that.
I beg to differ.
You don't think you'll find any different challenges if you're out
These
there?
men out here now, like it says, they're simps, bro. And men
There's a lot.
No.
Men want holes these days.
I've got a friend who's an adult star.
Men want holes, bro.
Yeah, but
It's mad.
I've got
That's Twilight.
I've got a good friend of mine who's an adult film star, right? And like a good friend of mine for many, many years. She's always had a problem finding a proper boyfriend because one of three things happen. Either you're going to get someone who's a fan of your character and not you, or you're going to get someone, oh, he's so cool, he lets me do once. Yeah, because he's married, he doesn't care. Do you know what I mean? Or you're going to get someone he has to be so secure because every time he goes down the pub, his boys are going to show him on his phone a picture of his wife with 3 dicks in her mouth. Do you know what I mean? And some
men don't care about that.
Some men don't care, but that's what I'm
Some
saying.
men
You're
want
gonna
that,
you're gonna
though.
have to
Some men
have a person who doesn't mind that. That's exactly what I'm saying.
That example there, that
And
woman.
I wouldn't want to be with a man that would be okay with me being
100%.
seen by loads of other guys like that. I would be like, do you not feel disrespected?
And
Do you
this
not
is-
feel
and-
demasculated like that?
And this is the
Emasculated,
point,
sorry,
right?
like-
It depends on
That's
if
not
you're
a-
both.
See that there? That's not a point though, because that shouldn't be something that you're even thinking about.
What do you mean that he's gonna?
Whether someone's gonna demasculate over this, that, and the other. You should just want someone that wants you in it. And
Yeah, but it makes a difference. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want to walk in every time knowing that everyone has seen my wife naked.
If my man was cool with that, I'd feel like he doesn't respect me to a certain level.
Like, what if like the girl was like, she's calm, like she's not even wild or
On
nothing
it anymore.
but she's been with 2,
I'm saying
3
this,
men
and I don't want
that's
that,
in
you
the
know.
same room.
Yeah, it's all about preference.
I don't want that.
Yeah, it's
But
all
I'm
about
just saying.
There's loads of men. There's loads of
I
men.
could see, I've seen guys that are cool with that, and I've seen relationships build that are just
100%.
Yeah, cool.
As I said,
loads
100%.
of them have like in marriages and in relationships, like it obviously happens. But like my point is, I wouldn't want the man that I would date. Like I wouldn't want a man that's okay with that. Like,
And I think that's all right because everyone's allowed to have a preference, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but that's not a preference.
As I've
though.
said, but
Of course
there's
it
couples
is.
now.
Because there's couples that do stuff
that
in the
like
marriage.
that.
Would you be okay if I show everyone my bits? Like,
But there's couples that are on it though.
Yeah, they're
and
on
sometimes
that.
it's like they like, oh, who kind of pushed this first, and it's like the man.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to push your wife into something like that?
I know. I've met a woman who does that, and her husband she was younger. Her husband was an older man, like a lot older than her, and I think got with her when she was very young. But he used to like her going out doing things with younger guys and then coming home to him.
So that's what I'm trying to say.
But everyone, what I'm saying is everyone's
Yeah,
got their
that's what I'm
perfect
saying. That's
person
well
out there
for you.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Everyone's got
100.
their perfect person. But it's just that certain people will face certain different challenges. Not more, it might be different challenges. That girl who's on OnlyFans doing madness, like proper madness, and she's like, the girls that
I don't think they're going to face the challenges.
they'll face different ones.
With some man, they will face challenges. With other man, they won't.
I don't. Yeah,
They'll get a man. Every woman will get a man. Any woman can get a man.
I just believe that the narrative out there is that you're not going to get a man because you do.
No,
I don't think there's that narrative out there at all.
No
Like, I feel like a lot of them do.
All of them probably end up in a relationship quicker than people that are looking for a relationship.
Yeah, but
don't do all that.
Yeah, but the thing is, have you noticed they don't know?
I think they do. You know.
You reckon girls?
I don't know what I'm saying. I don't whether they last or
because
not.
I know. Well, you probably know a lot of people here either, but they can get in a relationship.
I think
Anyone
they
can get in a
into
relationship,
but I don't think they're getting into anything that is
respectful
worth lasting.
or
That's based on what you lot think, though.
Exactly, because we're all different. That's
Thank
the
you.
point.
Yeah. But all I say is everyone faces different challenges depending on this, and that's all we're saying.
And I'm saying that I don't think that is a challenge as much. It's as much as a challenge as it is for someone that is looking after themselves.
That's what we're saying, but it's different challenges.
Yeah,
People
but
will have different
It's
challenges.
exactly the same though. Them trying to find a relationship is not going to be any different to someone who doesn't do that.
No, but what he's saying is that they will, with certain people, they will face certain
But they don't want them.
challenges.
So
Who doesn't?
And so the guys that do want their woman to do that don't want you. Same way. It's like
That's the same, but you might want someone, but they don't want you because of what you've done. But you might want that. person.
That happens. Like it's
yeah, but
a
there's
real thing.
there's so many things that people have done that people ain't gonna want. Not just that.
You think
though.
people are not really like caring anymore?
It's not about whether you don't care. I just feel like
people care less now.
Or do you think people are just so desperate and their morality's gone?
I feel like a lot. Well, I feel like
Or it's just accepted now.
It's not even about it being accepted.
Because there's a girl that isn't she done like for 1,000 men or something or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't think she would have a challenge to find a husband who she
Not a
respects?
chance.
No,
What
who
was
she respects and who respects
All
her.
of them 100 man. would
As in,
marry
not
her.
a chance. She won't have a problem.
She won't have a problem.
Them 100 man. Would
She'll
marry her.
she'll get married. She can get any man like.
Any
she
man.
can get married, but
She's getting any man.
all right. So the kind of guy who's God-fearing, who's worked himself up, got in a
She
business.
don't want that.
Because she knows she can't.
But she
get
won't.
it.
But she won't necessarily.
Why does she want that? Why does she want the God-fearing man when she's not doing God-fearing
No,
things?
no, but if she then, but if in the future she says, right, I've done all that.
But
I'm
why
not
is
saying.
she gonna say that?
No, but a lot of people do that. A lot of people go through phases, right?
think a lot
I
of
get
done
where you're
stuff.
coming from now. I get where you're coming from.
If she's getting it now, what she wants, yes, she'll
If
get
she's
it.
choosing 1,000 men, yeah, she's gonna want someone that's attracted to her, getting shafted by 1,000 men. And there's
No, but
there's
that's-
there's loads
Yeah,
of
but-
geezers
but
out
I-
there that will.
I 100%
genuinely
agree
think
with you
she'll-
if we're talking about now. We're talking about if she's 25 and she used to do stuff, but now she's 40 and said, I used to do that when I was 25, it may still cause problems later on. I'm not saying that if someone does something
There's a
now,
lot
they're
of
going to
porn
face
stars.
challenges.
There's a
That's
lot of
what
porn
people
stars that
that
had
don't do
problems.
that would say. But the same at 40 years old, you could still be in the same situation.
Of
So-
course.
We all
that's
could, but
not
we're
what
saying different challenges.
I'm not trying to back these people, you know. Like
No, I get what you're saying.
I just see
Everyone's-
the narrative that if you do certain things, you're not gonna get this, and I can see
No,
loads of.
but that's not what we're saying either.
yeah, that's
we're
not
just
what we're
saying you're
saying.
going to have different challenges, and as long as you're right with the challenges that happen because of your decisions, as long
Yeah,
as
but
you're
that's
right
like with anything, just like
Yeah,
smoking weed.
but
100%.
That's exactly
Smoking
what we're
weed,
saying.
you're not gonna, like. There's gonna be people that don't want to get weed with a woman that
Exactly.
smokes weed.
100%.
And that's
I'll be
all.
fair,
That's
that
exactly
is-
what we're saying. If
That-
someone
that's
smokes weed, they might be like, okay, but I understand.
But
That's
that's
what
not
we're
said
saying.
though. This is what we
Yeah.
talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's true.
The challenge
what
is
we're
exactly the
saying-
same. So
I don't
if we're
think
gonna
there
talk,
is. I don't think there is the narrative that OnlyFans like girls don't
No, they'll
can't find
get-
a boyfriend.
they'll get guys all
yeah,
day
like
long.
I don't think that is the narrative. Is what I'm trying to say. But
it is. It's always when you wanna settle down, no one's
Yeah,
gonna
but,
wanna.
that's people who don't understand human relationships. People will go with everyone.
And that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
What I'm saying is you may have
yeah.
different challenges if you've done something in your past that was out there.
And we've all done things in our past.
100%.
And that's it.
But
That's all we're
OnlyFans
saying.
was the example that
We were
used
just
in.
talking
Yeah.
about OF because that's
Because
what
that's
you were
the
talking
topic.
about. But it could be drugs. Someone who
Yeah,
did a lot of
everything,
drugs
yeah.
in their
Yeah.
life might then have a certain challenge to
You've
find
been an
someone who's
addict,
all right
you've
with it.
hoed,
Could have
all
been
of it,
whatever.
like-
You could have been a
Yeah,
cheater.
but it's
There's
the
some
same-
people
it's
that
exactly
cheat.
the same though.
No, exactly.
If
But
you
this is
look
what
at
we're
people that
saying.
don't have drugs yet and
This
the
is what we're
challenges,
saying.
the drug dealer's still getting whatever he wants.
Yeah, but like you might get someone who's like like who's been unfaithful, and some people are like, I would never date someone who's unfaithful.
And then the women still date him.
They still might. But you're just going to have a different challenge to navigate. That's all. You might be able
the women love him more.
That is a thing.
Yeah.
That is a thing.
Crazy.
That is a thing.
That's what I'm saying.
That is true.
What's the same with the thing? It's exactly the same. Like I'm saying, that's what we do that though. Like I'm not against what you're saying at all.
It's just different. We're just saying there's different challenges for different lifestyles. That's all. Not that you're not going to find any girl who does OF will find a guy no problem. It's just you're going to have
Not any because if
I
they
feel
got
like
certain
we're saying
things,
the same thing like 10 different times.
It's not that though. I just believe that if you find it hard to find a man, then that's what's going to happen. Like you need to look into yourself. I don't think it's so much about your occupation. Sometimes it's about you. That's it.
It's
you
always,
know what I'm saying? Forget the occupation. Forget all those other things. You need to look into yourself and think, why can't you hold a man?
As a female.
As a female. And same with a man. Same both ways. You get
And
what I'm
why are
saying?
you always
And
finding
what
the
we're
same
saying is
thing?
while you're looking in, it might be what you do for a living. It might be a habit that you have. It might be this, and that
And it might be your
create-
own. It might be your own field.
And it
as
might be
well.
also what you attract. If you're out there doing crazy stuff, you're going to attract the kind of guys who want girls who do crazy
And
stuff.
so this is what I see more than anything. I see women saying, oh, men are all this and that. And then a man comes along, acts like this, goes like that. Oh, and you weak at the knees now. You're just too easily accepting certain energies that you're saying is personality and stuff.
Yeah, but sometimes I used to think when I was younger, the girls that are in bad relationships liked it. That was my 20s and 30s thought. When I sort of got in my 40s, I was like, do you know what? I saw enough girls in bad relationships saying, I don't think they like it. I think sometimes they just don't. Either they don't know any better because they've never been around good men, so they don't know what good men are. If dad was not great and, mum's boyfriends were not great and you never had that, you don't know what a good man is.
Once again, this thing about being a good man, I feel like every man can be a good man.
Yeah, but
I feel like
seen
sometimes, women do that thing, where they like the man to be a certain aggression. They like it. So they do that. And then the guy starts acting like that. Now you got this toxic relationship because you feel you have to act overly masculine because she seems to like that. And now she's
getting a positive response.
Yeah, now she's doing that thingy and then you both start going too far with it.
But is that because she likes it or is that because that's all she knows?
But it's the same with the guy. The guy might
100%. That's what I'm saying. It's all they know. So sometimes it's just all they know and sometimes they don't think they deserve better.
But again, for me,
and that's what we're saying.
as a
Sometimes
man,
people
you
are in a
gotta
situation
regulate
they don't know any better, so that's up to them to develop. We're saying the same thing. It's just that sometimes people don't do stuff because they like it. Sometimes they just don't know any better.
And would you say
they've
that's
never
the
seen
reason,
anything else?
Would you say that's the reason why they end up going into another relationship exactly the same? So
Because
a woman that's been abused, beaten by the man, they leave the man finally after how long, and then they go into another relationship and the exact same thing happens.
Usually because they rush it.
Because they look for the same things.
Because they
haven't taken time.
They don't take time to be on their own.
You know what it is? These people think that's what a relationship is.
Yeah,
sometimes
that's all they
looking
know. That's
and
the
you
point
think,
we're making.
yeah.
They don't
what
know
you think it
anything
is.
else. That's all they know.
You think that's what it is. So
That's why parenting's so important because your first thing you ever realize about a relationship is watching a man and a woman in a house or a man and a woman, whatever situation you're in. But that's how you learn. When I'm young, I'm looking at my dad going, I was fortunate enough to have my mum and my dad in the house and they were married. So like for me, it was like, right, what is a marriage? Now, whether it was healthy or not, whether it was good or not, whether it was functional or dysfunctional, that's what you know. You see how a man acts, you see how a woman acts, and that's what you know. And what the man acts as a boy, that's what I got to be, and what the woman's acting, that's what I'm gonna get.
Okay, let's go on to questions from the barman now because we've.
Oh no! Wild questions, man. I know they're coming.
This is mankini time, innit? Like madness.
We need to run. Mama.
Is that what you want? Yeah, mankini stuff.
Even the way he says it, is that what you want? Yeah,
I know.
stuff.
He's like low in his voice and
yeah, is that what you want? Yeah,
whiskey.
mankini stuff. Yeah, is that what you want?
I was talking
Kiks,
mad.
we'll start with you.
Filth.
Okay.
We'll start with you, Kiks.
Okay,
since you
I'm
like my
ready.
voice.
I'm ready.
Lava. Okay. So what's the weirdest request you've had from a person?
I think it was the little freeway thing.
And was that from a man or a woman?
It was from a couple. It was a long time ago, but I was kind of scared. I was like, "Rod, does this actually really happen?"
But how? I want to know how.
Oh,
like,
this is
framed, bro. I want to know how. Like
Like-
when When they message, what did they
They're
say?
like, oh yeah, you know, like we're a couple. I'm like, okay. They're like, yeah, obviously, this is what we want you to do, and my man's gonna watch and all of that. And I was like, this is wild.
Is it
man.
brazen? It's just brazen, isn't it?
I was shook. I was scared. Like I was actually scared.
So they were just straight in there with it, like
Yeah. And
no.
like they was talking a little bit wild at the same time, but I was kind of frozen a little bit because personally I was younger and I did not think these things happened.
Was this
So
in
I
person or online?
It was online. They messaged me.
I was going to say, if it was in person.
If it was in
I'd be
person, I
scared.
would have ran.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I was shook. I was actually shook because for me, these things are not real, man. So, bro, it was
You're
mad.
taking notes?
Nah, I'm not taking notes.
Yeah, he's taking notes over there.
But do you know what? Let me.
Is it on a booking platform or is this personal?
It was a social, like it was on socials. But the thing for me, yeah, it's like
Did the woman look good?
I know some man. She was alright.
Yeah.
What about
But
the
I
geezer?
know some man.
You're too much. You're too much.
I know some man that would have said yes to that.
Yeah, straight away.
And that scares me even more because
Some guys don't care. They're just like,
you
yeah,
could
up for
end
it.
up chopped up, body bag,
Yeah.
So all
dumped
you,
in a. You
all
get
you
me?
had to do was mash the woman, and the geezer had to watch it.
Yeah, but next thing you know, my man's fingers going places. Forget that. I'm not on it. Forget about it. Forget about it, man. I'm not taking them risks. I don't take them risks. No way. It's not worth it anyway.
One more question for him. You said that you're a model with there's certain roles that you wouldn't do.
Yeah.
If the check's big enough, yeah, are you not paying someone's husband where you have to lip someone whatever?
What, a man on
Nah,
man?
you're not lip someone, man. I said
You don't have to lip some man.
Okay.
If you want to, you can.
I
but-
wouldn't do nothing, no man to man stuff ever. No matter what the bill is. For a woman, listen, the missus will understand if there's a couple certain amount of zeros, the missus will understand.
Yeah, if that Hermes bag is coming, innit?
Listen, I'll just look at her and she'll know what I'm
Oh, Twilight's into it.
standard procedures. So yeah,
Twilight's got money.
everything's got a price, man. But there's certain standards that, or should I say, there's certain things that I believe in that I wouldn't. You get me? I wouldn't go down certain.
Can Twilight beat for her bills?
Who?
Twilight. Can she beat for her bills?
Nah, that'd be. You're trying to get me nicked.
Nicked, you know, arrested.
Hey, next question.
You're trying to get me nicked.
Next question.
All right, cool.
Oh my god.
So, Inkz, you said earlier that you had 4 serious relationships before the age of 25, because you're 25 now, yeah?
Yeah.
So how do you know that these were serious relationships? Like, what did you do within the relationship for them to be classed as serious?
When I say serious, I just say like we were together for. When I say serious, I can't just mean like boyfriend girlfriend. One of them was my father's, the
Whoa.
father of my child.
Incest.
No, cut that. It was the father of my child, so that one definitely serious. But the others, I would say like serious is probably the wrong word. Well, no, when I say serious, you take them seriously. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what I meant by that. But like an actual
You
doing
force him
serious
closer.
ass stuff, like I had a child with somebody, so yeah.
So like you fought in each of the 4 relationships. When you say serious, you mean like
We were
you could
together.
see,
I
you
took
could
them
see yourself
seriously.
being together
Yeah,
forever,
I was in love
having
with them.
kids,
Yeah.
marriage. Okay.
Yeah, I was in love with them, yeah.
So what did you do within those relationships that were serious?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like just
Was it the
relationship.
feelings that were serious?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I was just serious about them.
Just
like
the
it was just
feeling,
yeah, but like
okay.
we were together. Like it was.
So even
It
thinking
would-
about it now, do you still feel like it was love?
I would say like a form of love, but I feel like you learn how to love in different ways, and you know you think love is something growing up, and then your idea of love changes and it becomes bigger and less in other things. You learn certain stuff isn't love. So I'd say looking back at the time, they were definitely all love to me. What I would class as love now, I would probably say like 50, 75%. I always loved them like at the time, but yeah, in comparison to what I'd consider it now, I'm not too sure.
Okay, cool. Last questions for you, perhaps. Can you give the younger generation some information on how to be successful in business?
I don't know if I'm the person to ask. I'm not particularly successful. But the only thing I would say is to a lot of young guys is don't chase money, chase excellence. Because if you have excellence in every facet of your business, the money will come. So if you have excellent product, an excellent service, excellent marketing, excellent people management, excellent financial management, the money will come. And the great thing about excellence is it's transferable. You can take that into any sector. If you are just excellent in whatever you do, and if you're excellent in the way that you manage people and finances and business and products and services, you can take that into any service and in any sector. You can do that in building trade, you can do that in a restaurant, you can do that in whatever you're doing. I think people chase the money first, and that's when you get that kind of hustler mentality. And the hustler mentality is always chasing money, whereas the businessman mentality is to actually build something and then have it give back to you. It's like planting a tree. One person's just chasing fruit and the other person's actually planting a tree to give fruit afterwards. And I think that's the difference between a hustler and a businessman. And we've got a lot of young hustlers that want that next level, the next level up. And you can make a lot of money from hustling. You can be hustling and earn your fortune and retire off hustling. It's not that it's less or more, but there's a different step. The next level up is, as a businessman, is to build.
It's hard. There's the transition from hustle.
Yeah, because that mentality of just, I'll look for the money. And I've worked with loads of younger guys that are like, they're starting to get on something, but then some money's off and they go and do that, and then they go and do that job, and then someone was offering them a bit to do this, and then they had an opportunity to sell perfume or whatever it is, and then some guy had a clothing range, and then they did this, rather than sticking to something that might not be making it now, but just learn your craft. Learn your craft. And if your craft is excellence, that excellence will be your biggest asset.
Yeah, man. Good answer.
I like that.
Yeah, man.
I like that.
Are you gonna speak?
Yeah.
Wrap up the show.
Finally,
There's no
here we
deeds.
go.
Right, yeah, let's wrap it up, yeah? It's been a great show, everybody.
I've honestly loved listening to you talk.
Yeah, I've been talking too much the whole show.
Yeah.
I had to shut up, man.
I thought you'd never shut up.
And it's been too serious. But yes, thank you for coming, guys. It's been great having you.
Did you like
All
when
of
they
that.
come in?
What?
Did you like when they came?
You just shut up, fam. Yeah. I'll give him a back seat, man. Yeah, so that's it. End the show. Wash. Everyone got their own.
Yo, what you saying? I'm down to my last pack, you know, but I got them samples ready for Sunday sessions. I got the original, and I got the strawberry. Everyone's saying it's fire, so you won't have a problem moving this. Alright, safe. I'll see you on Sunday.
There's more to life than sitting on the corners, make them corners fly. Hit sales on Beatles, window lick if it's a quick thing. Roll ting pepper, have you seen your life shift quick or wet, Joe?